Space. We don't know anything.
No, I think we know a lot.
No, we don't. We know to Pluto. That's it.
Oh my
Pretty
god.
far.
What?
Yeah.
The dumbest man alive.
What could be past Pluto?
What could possibly be past Pluto?
How the fuck do we know what's past Pluto?
Welcome to the bracket episode 111. Today we are debating the scariest things in nature. And right now we're featuring the triumphant return of Dana B and Marty Mush, one of the most dynamic duos in the history of this show.
Did you have Dana on here because he braved a tornado? Or the after effects of one?
I didn't think about that, but that's a great point. This guy's not scared.
There we go.
I love
From the fucking jump.
These people need beer.
He braved two things. He braved the COVID, which is a naturally scary thing.
No, he brought COVID to
true, you
Nashville.
predicted
Yeah.
that.
Can we?
Rudy Gobert. Gobert Nashville.
The Rudy Gobert happened as I fucking drove, like literally maybe a mile into Nashville is when Rudy Gobert happened. What do I gotta do? Turn around?
In my head, I like that you. I picture you doing a beer tweet like on the rubble of a home as some natural light is dripping onto irreplaceable family photos.
Jesus Christ.
I like to imagine like a family in Nashville with like a decimated home. Like we don't have a home, but at least we don't have COVID. And then Dana bursts through the door.
Dude,
In a cigarette smoke-filled rental car.
He's the Kool-Aid man of COVID.
Dude, I heard Will Compton talking about that, and I was crying laughing at my desk because he was like, he had me on Bussin' with the Boys. First of all, he thought I was
Dana
like
was
Dave. He thought I was a step below Dave, and I was just like,
And he said he
I was just
found
on a
out
hush.
mid-interview.
Yeah,
Like
and
just
he's
from
just
what
like,
because like he said you were like giving him hints like
you were
in your
poor.
conversation that you were poor.
yes. he realized about 20 minutes in that I was just like a nobody, and it clicked, and he's like, "Why do I have this guy on?"
Wait, how did that get set up?
I don't even know. I was in Nashville saving the city, and he was there.
Were they working at Barstool at that point?
It was just when he like
I think
first
it
started.
just
It was
started.
just me and Will.
Boston wasn't like this big.
No,
No.
I was the first. I think I was the first guest, or the first Barstool
Holy
guest
shit.
at least. But yeah, that's I knew it was gonna come up eventually.
It's like the idea of like the roof has written on it like "Help me," and you come down on like the helicopter, just like Bud Light in one hand. Anyway, before we start out, let's hear from our first sponsor of the day, Game Time. You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. Deal with last-minute tickets, flash deals, zone deals. It's easy to find and buy tickets for any type of event in your area. Game Time is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. See the view from your seat before you buy, which is really nice, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. All-in prices show your total up front so that you know you're getting a great deal without the hidden fees. Buy your tickets in seconds with 2 taps. I think pretty sure all of us here have used Game Time at least once before. Awesome app, super easy to use. You can get tickets to fucking anything you want. It's nuts. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LCB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LCB for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. All right, once again, we are doing the scariest things in nature. And as always, some very interesting submissions from both Marty and Dana, as you might imagine. Actually, braving a tornado was not one of them. I really should have been. I can't believe you didn't bring that up.
It didn't cross my mind. I'm not really particularly
It's not
scared
the
of
first
tornadoes, I would say.
Clearly.
Not the first time.
That's insane to say, though.
No,
Tornadoes
like,
are
they don't.
horrifying.
That's when I think of things that scare me. That doesn't pop out at all
If a
immediately.
tornado was anywhere near you, you'd be scared.
Yeah, I would be very scared, but it's not the first thing that comes to my mind. It wasn't even on my list.
wasn't
Yeah,
on
it's
my
not
list
it's
either.
not a very present danger. You don't wake up every morning and be like, oh, hope there's no tornado today.
No,
okay,
I'm
that's
not.
fair.
Are you guys more scared of that now? Because
I
you're
guess
more in
so,
the,
yeah.
You're closer.
I don't think it's in the city. Like when we first went to like a places like Naperville's, like a sprawling city with like lots of rural areas.
And they
They
get
said
'em?
They get them. Yeah.
Okay.
But, if you're in like a densely, but like there's nowhere for the wind to really like cycle.
Okay. That's good to know.
First
Still a
match
little
of the
afraid.
day. Number 5 seed versus the 12 seed. The 5 seed is earthquakes, and the 12 seed is flash floods. Just 2 natural disasters right off the bat. I decided to do a little research on each one just so we had like a better baseline. Just because I feel like we know know a little bit, but not everything. Earthquakes. I just went and looked at the Wikipedia of every major earthquake recently. Like everyone has 1,000 deaths. It's great. Every single one of them. It's
How
really-
major
But
are we
what
talking?
percentage of them are deadly? Because isn't there like an earthquake every minute in California?
Well, I think it's like over, 8 on the Richter scale or something like that.
Okay.
I forget what it was exactly. And then number 12 seed, flash floods. there's 127 deaths a year. Flash floods. I don't think I've ever experienced one.
rookie
I would have thought it'd be way more.
I could swim out of it.
Yeah, I would have thought it'd be way more.
In the
Flash floods
U.S.,
have been-
maybe?
You could swim
Yeah.
out of it.
Confirm can't.
A flood?
You would just swim out of it.
Yeah.
It's just water.
That's a good point.
It's not a fucking hurricane.
Why didn't they think of it?
I mean, it's not as like.
Wait a minute. He said it's just water. It's not a hurricane, which is also.
Which is why.
You know, Marty, I
What
know-
is
I
the,
know
yeah,
what
what
I'm
is
talking-
a result of a hurricane?
But you could just stay on top of the flood.
Exactly. Like you don't like.
What are
if
you
it's-
saying?
You're
could
not.
stay
you
on
don't have
top
to
of the
submerge
flood?
in a
Marty,
flash
you
flood.
have the perfect
these
build to
people
get
don't
pummeled
choose
by
to
a flash
submerge.
flood.
What'd you say?
You'd get pummeled by a flash flood.
No, I'm a fantastic swimmer.
You'd get hit by
Yes.
like a telephone pole floating down the street or a Kia Soul.
Glass.
I feel like it's almost like riding the top of a wave.
No.
A lot of it's like stuff you don't see, like so. My
Oh,
house,
here's a victim.
yeah, my house flooded very badly.
Was it a flash
Couple
flood
years
that got you?
I don't know if it's the correct. I mean, it was Siri or whatever says like it's a flash flood warning. From what I understand, 1 inch of rain equals 10 inches of snow for like to like eyeball it.
Yeah.
The flood that we had, in 1 hour it rained 11 inches, which is like unheard of. So the flooding was like terrible, and obviously if you're like a person with like no major assets that you have to like protect or whatever, but like house with like kids and stuff like that, cars, all that stuff, very scary. But also the part that is potentially deadly is like if there's any like live wires in the water, like you can't see that, so technically you could step in an area and be like almost instantly electrocuted.
That would suck.
Yeah. Is that Drew Brees' birthmark?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
good eye.
Thank you. Yeah, we rebranded. He wasn't using. He retired. So we now use Drew Brees' birth. You're the first
Staring
person to
at that.
recognize that.
That's actually very impressive.
We've had
man.
that for like
bizarre.
4 months.
I thought it was like something smeared, and I'm like, that looks pretty familiar.
Nah.
That is
Are you
the
guys
craziest thing I've ever
Are you
witnessed.
fucking with him that he's right?
Yeah,
are you?
He's 100%
That's what it
right.
is.
Really? Wow, that was incredible.
I don't think it's that impressive because I think I have
No,
a
it is
very
so
That's
impressive.
impressive.
no, I
the
think I have
most-
a very vague memory of seeing it
Oprah
at some point.
Oprah fucked it up. Do you remember?
No,
She's like,
Oprah
you got
tried to
mark
wipe
on
it
your
off his face.
with
Yeah.
with you guys. I mean, I vaguely remember you posting it. Like
We
once.
may have, yeah.
Yeah,
But I think we
That
just
makes sense.
posted like rebrand without any context. I don't know.
I don't know.
Good call, Dan.
Good eye.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice.
Crazy.
We'll start out with you, Stephen Cheah. Earthquakes versus flash floods.
Stephen Cheah's going on about like how you can die in a flash flood, and he's just like, Dana's like, oh, is that Drew Brees' birthmark?
I can't get my eye out.
That's how fearless Dana is of a flash flood.
Yeah, no, I got to stick to my roots. I don't live in a flood zone anymore, thank God. But I'm gonna go flash flood.
Flash floods. KB.
Yeah, I grew up in a town that's been decimated by floods multiple times, so I think just geographically, I'm way more afraid of floods.
Well, you could just swim out of it, so what's the big deal?
I hated just shoveling muck out of the garage after a flood
Yeah, we
happened.
experienced like
yeah.
Katrina was bad for our area. And
That was a flood.
Wait, Katrina
we
was bad
we
for
had like
West
3
Virginia?
feet of water on the ground.
During Hurricane Katrina.
oh yeah, the Ohio River got it, so we were right on it.
Ah,
Like cars were
never-
floating away. It was
people
really,
died.
really bad.
People
Yeah.
died.
New
in
Orleans
the town.
takes all the credit for that.
yeah.
People died like last year in a flash flood. We get
Yeah.
fucked.
People die a lot from floods. I'm sure earthquakes are maybe more devastating,
100%
globally,
more.
but I'm more afraid. I've experienced fear for floods.
Okay.
The fact that the flash floods are flash, right? Like, is that? I always thought it was from like a dam breaking. I didn't know the
yeah.
difference between that and a flood.
I think my biggest fear would be being in a car on a street that was
So I did read that almost all of the deaths, like 80% of the deaths in flash floods, are people in cars.
Yeah, drowning in
Like,
a
it's
car is a
unavoidable.
horrible
Oh my
fear.
God.
Yeah.
But with a flood, you can get to high ground. An earthquake is just the earth. That's what makes that so scary for me. And then it brings tidal waves and shit like that. So I'm
Tsunami,
going.
yeah.
What's so funny?
when the flood experience that my street flooded, but our neighbors across the street have like a very slight inclined driveway. So I saw this car try to get through the like flooded area and was not making it. So pulled up in this random driveway and it parked there. Like the person was in the car for like over 24 hours.
Just waiting out this
Yeah.
flood. The people in the house didn't invite them in.
I don't think there were. I think the owners of that house had recently passed away.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I think it was like a vacant house.
So yeah, I'm going. I don't. There's no real escape from earthquakes. That would scare the shit out of me. Even a light one in L.A. I'm going earthquake.
One earthquake, Marty.
I gotta abstain. I really don't.
You're not scared of either?
Scared of either one.
That's crazy. Did you guys not ever experience an earthquake? We had one in New York, and I want to say August 24th, 2011, somewhere around there. Somewhere in that ballpark.
I'm checking.
I'm looking at it right now.
I want to say
was
this exact date.
It hit the East Coast. It hit the New York area. I remember it was summer vacation. I was home in my den. It was like 2:26 p.m., something like
August
that.
23rd. You were close.
I'm such an idiot.
It was in Virginia.
Was it
Yeah, but
2011?
It came up to New York. Yeah, it was 2011, obviously. And I remember I literally, it didn't hit New York that hard. I got up from my couch. I increased my fan speed, by 1, and then I sat back down. And I kind of feel like I remember feeling the room shake a little bit. And I was like, wow, maybe it's just because I moved the fan up a notch. I thought my fan speed was just so powerful. And then I got on Facebook. Everyone was like, oh, my God, it was a fucking earthquake. So I experienced an earthquake, but I didn't know it at the time. Well, I mean, or you could take it as I just thought it was my fan being too fast. So is it really that scary? But
I can't believe you just told that whole story.
That's a
about
great
putting your
story.
fan
It's one of my best stories.
You know what? I'll go back. I'll go earthquake because it's more of an unknown. The flood, it's coming.
I think about I feel like all disaster movies start with an earthquake, but they also have floods.
I want to walk back what I said about floods.
I don't think you should.
No, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody that's lost somebody in floods.
Only 127 people a year.
Come on, we're not gonna do that.
No, we're not
I
walking it
didn't
back.
realize how.
Bro,
I didn't know. I thought when I think of a flood, I think, oh, it's a bunch of water. Like you can just fucking swim away.
You would be like a buoy in the water.
That's what I'm saying.
You would just be. You'd be chilling.
Also,
No,
apparently
you
it's only
displace it.
127 people a year. So statistically speaking, it's probably
someone
nobody
cars
knows that
are
you're
old.
listening.
They couldn't swim.
Also, I think dying in a rare way is cooler for your legacy.
1,000%.
All right. Well, I want to walk back the fact that it's not scary because it sounds scary. How about that?
Well, he's abstaining. What are you going for?
Earthquakes,
2-2.
for sure.
Why for sure?
Because if you're on a high top, like the top of a high building or something, that's scary. It just collapses. Like I don't want to be in that situation.
Fair enough.
Always at the top of a high building.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
You never know.
Tommy?
I think earthquake because it's such an unfamiliar, not to sound like an inconsiderate prick like Dana to all those victims out there. I pray for you, but it is at the end of the day a flood is something you're familiar with. It's water. An earthquake is this weird phenomenon. It's what the fuck is this?
I can't believe
Are you supposed to get between a door hinge, or is that?
Technically,
backtrack
yeah.
because of the victims.
You know.
That was
Dana was thinking about that one tweet he was gonna get. It's actually my sister-in-law fucking
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
died from a flood.
Actually,
thought
wait,
about
Kyle, you wore a shirt on the Yak once with just a random picture of a girl on it, like a friend. And you said it's an in memoriam shirt because she died in a flash flood, and you got shit on.
Oh yeah.
People are
Why?
defensive about floods. I
People
don't know.
are. Yeah.
See?
I'm actually fuck them. Fuck floods. It's a pathetic way to die. I'm going.
Could you
Earthquakes
swim?
are way more scary. Yeah, earthquake.
Earthquake's gonna move on regardless. Next up, we have the number 4 versus the 13. The 4 seed is volcanoes. We just one of the examples we talked about when we initially suggested it, and that's versus number 13 seed sinkholes. Sinkholes is a cool one.
Oh, I was trying to think of that fucking word.
Yeah,
for
Different than quicksand.
like an hour. I couldn't think of the word
Yeah,
sinkhole.
different. Yeah, you did, and I forget the way you described it. You said everything but sinkhole.
I just said a hole in the ground. I think
You did. You said random holes that open up in the ground.
That's
and
fair.
I read it and I was like, you're describing a
That's the
sinkhole.
exact
though.
definition.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
think of the fucking word for
That's
an hour.
scary. Open holes are scary.
Yeah. For the volcano one, the one I always think of was the Yellowstone one because people always talk about that. If I just looked up, if that one erupted, it would bury the entire country in 3 inches of ash, which would kill millions.
How
Entire
fast?
country?
Yeah.
How fast does it take though?
To bury the country, probably a little while, but
Yeah. See.
Well, wait. Is
get on a
that?
flight by then.
Is that on the fucking? Is that possible?
what do you mean?
That's a
that
known
could just
thing.
happen?
Like
That
if Yellowstone,
Yellowstone-
the Yellowstone
Yeah.
blows up, we're fucked.
It's like a mega
Yes.
volcano. It's
probably
underneath.
what?
I know about the
No.
geyser there.
Yellowstone?
The geyser?
It's active.
Yeah.
And if it could blow up any day and cover all the way to Virginia with ash, and we're fucked. All crops are dead.
All crops in the biggest bread basket in the world.
That's horrifying.
Gone.
Yeah,
About that,
it's like we're
Yeah.
sitting on
I've
a
been to
bomb.
Yellowstone. I remember they had a nice little fountain, but apparently
Yeah, the guys are Old Faithful.
So why
Yeah.
don't they put a dome around it or some shit?
Good question.
Like, why we just let it
why
be?
just put a condom on
What a
Yellowstone?
dome around.
Honestly, we should not like. I don't think it's a simple fix, but Marty's like we should be thinking of a defense
Be a
here.
little proactive.
Yeah.
about
Also,
it.
Marty, it just goes boom
It
up.
goes straight up, and the ash
Just
gets carried
put
in
a
the
tunnel
winds.
over the hole.
Exactly.
Why don't
goes
we
up
blow
in-
it up
you know?
with like a tank or something?
Yeah, we should blow it up with a
The ma-
tank.
The
Right.
volcano.
Controls
Start
Now we're
shooting
thinking of
it.
ideas here.
Controlled demolition of Yellowstone supervolcano. Is that what we're going for?
Do we have
Poke a hole in
any
it.
sort of like warning when it's gonna blow?
No, I think it just goes.
I think it just would
It
go.
doesn't speak.
That's
And
pretty
look at
scary.
the map of like how much of the U.S. will be fucked.
Yeah,
There's
We're dead
definitely
here.
has to be some kind of
New
warning.
York lives, right?
I think
fine.
New
if
York's
there's,
fine. But
we
like
get,
you guys
Richter
would,
scale warnings.
I would rather die in this than like have the food shortages and the war for
Yeah.
fresh
No, that
water.
could be fun for a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Tommy, you would be, you'd be ass raped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun for a little bit.
You'd have to give up ass for like croutons.
So anyway, volcano versus sinkhole. Sinkhole. When I looked up sinkholes, deaths are remarkably rare for sinkholes, and I thought it would be a lot. But damage is really bad.
What is that like? What is that? A Middle Eastern thing?
No, Pittsburgh gets them all the time.
Oh,
lot of
so what is a
sinkholes.
sinkhole?
Just like if you have in major cities, like if the infrastructure gets like undermined underneath like the foundations and shit, then it just like collapses.
Collapsed mines.
Yeah, and then like other roads,
caverns.
sometimes like the underneath gets like fucked up by like those underwater river things. I forget what they're called. But yeah, it
What,
can
the
happen.
ground basically just collapses?
Yeah, it just collapses in on itself.
That's
It
horrifying.
might not. There might not be a lot of deaths, but it'll be a shitty way to go.
Yeah, it would be a tough one. Sinkhole versus volcano. Tommy Smokes.
I think I gotta go sinkhole. Volcanoes, I mean, I feel like I can avoid volcanoes pretty swiftly. I don't go near them. Sinkhole sounds like it could happen at any point. I mean, I guess a volcano is more destructive. Sure. But is that what we're debating?
What are we voting on?
What are we more
That's
scared of?
scariest. And
What
if
are
I-
we more scared of?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Or
taking
what's
this as
scarier?
I think
If it
what we're
happens.
most scared
what
of.
we're more.
I'm gonna
think
go
it's
with-
like. I'm gonna vote as like tomorrow what I'm gonna wake up and think about more and be more scared of.
Maybe you're scared of.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna think about volcanoes tomorrow. I might start thinking about these fucking sinkholes.
Even after all that Yellowstone talk, you were just terrified.
That's
by that.
volcano?
Yeah.
I thought we said that was sinkhole.
No, it's a super volcano.
What? Well, how would a sinkhole cover the country?
Everybody, that's how it started. The transition there was sinkholes at
No,
Yellowstone.
that's a volcano.
No.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
transition
check
was
the
you
tape.
getting ass.
For the volcano one, the one I always think was the Yellowstone one because people always talk about that. If I just looked up, if that one erupted, it would bury the entire country in 3 inches of ash, which would kill millions.
How
Entire
fast?
country?
Yeah,
How fast?
yeah.
Oh, that wasn't the
God damn it,
transition.
second one.
It was all volcanoes. I'm telling you.
No,
all volcanoes.
we were talking about sinkholes, and somebody said Yellowstone sinkholes.
No.
Yellowstone's
Check
a
the
guy.
tape.
Yellowstone's a volcano.
Yeah, it's a super volcano.
Yeah.
It's also a show.
That was the whole thing. If Yellowstone erupts, it
thought we were
would cover
talking
the whole
about-
country.
I'm
in
telling you,
ash.
check back that transition, and then Tommy was right in the comments.
Yeah, comment Tommy was right.
I'm gonna go sinkhole still.
Sinkhole.
We're fine in New York
Dana?
with the volcano.
Honestly, now that you're saying it's not that there's not a whole lot of deaths, I wouldn't mind riding a sinkhole.
Yeah.
Just
Like a ride?
it'd be like a little thrill.
Yeah.
You know, go down to the earth real
I
quick.
feel like a sinkhole is like a shark's mouth. Like, you ever see like
With all the teeth?
fish go into like a whale's mouth?
thinking of a
and
whale,
then-
not a shark.
Whale, yeah.
Yes.
And like, they
Pinocchio.
go in their stomach, and it's like they're still floating around.
Yes.
Like,
You
I feel
got
like we
Nick. I
could
feel like
still
you
be
played
alive
Kingdom
in
Hearts. Did you
sinkholes.
play Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, I played Kingdom
There was a
Hearts.
fucking level where you're in the whale's stomach.
That was awesome. It was
That
the
was
Pinocchio
awesome.
level.
That's the reference, and not Pinocchio or like a Job or like any other like of the big
Pinocchio,
references. It's fucking
does anyone
Noah.
actually watch?
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
the Pinocchio cartoon, yes, classic.
You watch that?
Yeah, as a kid.
Is that? Oh, that's what it's. So that's what the
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts thing is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kingdom
and
Hearts
also
is Disney.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's also a major biblical reference.
Anyways, it would be cool to be inside a whale's stomach. You would.
sick.
So yeah, I get where you know
thank you.
into a sinkhole, into the earth.
Like hanging out
Do
down
people
there.
but
actually
except
get
you-
swallowed by whales and survive?
I don't know.
Pinocchio.
I was thinking about this.
Why
earlier
not?
today.
Pinocchio's
Me
a doll.
too.
How would they get out?
Pinocchio's
He's
a real boy.
He's
They
a
get
real
out
boy,
through the
yeah.
blowhole.
I
Very
That's a
popular
good point.
The
That's how
Mariner's
they get
Revenge
out.
song by the Decemberists.
So
They live in
they live in
Something
whales.
something we're forgetting too. You can't breathe in either of these situations.
Why not?
Why not?
In a sinkhole, you're underground.
Who says you're getting
I'm in the
caved
whale's
in?
mouth right now.
What?
I'm in the whale's mouth right
And
now.
it's water. There's no air in there.
In the stomach.
You're not
water
in
in a whale's
whales
mouth.
breathe
You ain't
air.
going. You're going, but you're not
Yes,
getting
there is.
you're not getting eaten into his lungs.
Yeah, that's how you get eaten into a whale's
What do you
mouth.
mean? There's air.
You're going
in
into
there.
his
They
stomach.
swallow you. Yeah, in their stomach's just like it's
Acid.
It's
No,
like being inside a fucking studio.
It's like bear. It's literally like bear. It's just bear in there.
It's just bear.
I thought you meant like there is a bear in there.
There is a bear. That really fucked. So which one are you going for? You going
Which is scarier? I mean, definitely volcanoes, but like sinkhole. You could probably get a good payday off a sinkhole too, right?
if you sue the city? Yeah.
Yeah, actually a lot of time. This isn't a sinkhole, but you know those little fucking things in New York City, the
Potholes?
Greats. The greats.
No, the base, like where you go to the basement of a restaurant.
doors.
I pray every time I step
Oh.
on.
Dude, when it
Oh,
bends
yeah.
in,
Yeah, I hope it breaks every time,
yeah.
You pray that it breaks.
so
you
I
can
can
sue
get
them.
a nice payday.
Marty?
I'm going sinkhole. Volcano, you'll hear about it. You won't hear about a sinkhole.
Well, apparently you won't hear about the Yellowstone.
Well, you won't
You'll
hear.
hear about it. Like,
Well, true.
it blew up, guys. All right,
You'll hear it. You'll physically hear
get on a
it.
flight. If
You can't fly in the ash. Is the problem too?
If
Why
it
not?
blows up and where's
the plane will go
Yellowstone
down.
at?
It's in like Montana
Montana-ish.
and Wyoming and stuff.
Yeah, I thought.
Where did you think it was? We should have made you answer what you thought.
Yeah. Oh my God. Where did you think? Where did you think Yellowstone was?
it was?
Nope, in Montana.
Florida?
Yep.
Wait, seriously?
No, he thought it was in California or
I didn't
something.
know it was in Montana.
Well, what state did you think?
Maybe out of the country. I don't know.
In Hawaii.
It's like the whole
Kind
show
of.
too. Yellowstone.
I don't watch that shit. That's,
Yeah.
old horses and shit. I don't watch that.
Modern day.
I agree with you. Yeah.
I'm with you
That
on
show-
that.
that show looks
Any
like it
old
sucks.
horse show, I
Old
can't
time.
do.
Yeah.
Won't
Fuck
do
that
it,
shit,
Mr.
dude.
Ed.
No
Can't.
chance.
That's been an ironclad Marty roof for a while.
Yeah,
You
no
What
fucking-
percentage? What percentage of Alex Bennett's brain is it currently taking up?
I forgot about that. Nick.
I'm going volcanoes here. Lava would hurt so fucking bad, dude.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You're just like stepping on it on accident. A little piece of it.
I think lava goes really fast too. Doesn't it break like 100 miles an hour?
It can go pretty quick, and then like mixes
Yeah.
with the mud.
And
Gets
also,
mixed-
I watched this documentary on Netflix about like this volcano people went to go tour. I forget where, and they didn't know it was going to blow up, and so many people died, and like just from breathing in ash, like burning your
Yep.
lungs from the inside. Pu. No volcanoes for me.
No volcanoes. KB.
Yeah, I think the volcano is the most terrifying thing on Earth.
It's magma is like that's like the sign of the devil. That's
Lava
like-
is cool.
You think of hell and you think of a volcano. Basically, it's like that's such
Right.
an exact situation.
Do you think of lava
And they
as
stink.
squishy?
I think of it.
Sulfur.
I think of the hot lava
Yeah.
game. Anyone ever play the hot lava
Like
game as
sulfur.
a
Yeah.
kid? That was the best fucking game.
It's a plasma, right? It's not a
It's-
solid liquid or gas. It's plasma.
It's pyroclastic flow is the thing that kills everybody or something. It's like mixed with the rock and shit.
Who said that? Dana.
No, that was Marty. I feel like it is Play-Doh, though. I could see
I
that.
guess I think
thought
it was,
lava
I
was
think
like
it was
Play-Doh?
Jello.
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's probably like Jello.
It looks like it
Play-Doh.
tastes good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think.
Didn't we?
Squish-
I think we once did things we wish we could taste. And
We did.
lava was
Oh,
one of
things
those.
that aren't edible that look like they
Yeah,
taste
yeah,
good. And
yeah.
Poison
Yeah.
Dart Frog won in a landslide.
That's right. So KB went for volcano. Cheah.
Yeah, volcano. Just especially being where we live right now. Like if the air was unbreathable, that's certainly a large.
Yeah, you got to think that's a tough one. Next up, 8 versus the 9 seed. The 8 seed is Riptide.
Ooh.
I like this one. Anyone that's lived near like anywhere near the ocean and stuff, you're always
Explain
scared of
Riptide to me exactly.
So like if you
Great
get,
song.
you can, yeah, you can get caught in Riptide if like you're out swimming in the ocean. Like it's basically just a wave kind of just sucks you down in as it's pulling the tide back,
You ever be at the
and you
beach
just get caught in it.
and you come out and your parents are like way down the beach
Yeah.
because you got taken by the tide.
All right, that
not a
that never
riptide,
seems like a
dude.
big
That's
deal.
just
Yeah,
like
but
kind of
that's
the
a
current.
small
That's
tide.
just the current.
That's a small current.
No, that's
Wait till
just
it's a
the current.
riptide.
It basically traps you underwater and you can't breathe. And even
Oh.
though you're pretty close to the
Sounds that sounds awful.
yeah.
Sounds way different than what Marty says.
100 deaths a year, but 30,000 people need to be saved by lifeguards from
Good.
Riptide every
Yeah,
year.
Tommy, I'm surprised. This is like something you should be deathly afraid
I-
of if you
I
go to
don't-
the beach.
I don't go to the
get
beach that much.
I got the Riptide speech, like the birds in the beach speech.
I just don't go to the beach that much. So I yeah.
You're
How
supposed to
common are
swim
they?
with
Because
it.
I feel like it's just you hear about it a ton.
I got caught in it once. It was really scary.
Yeah.
But like,
Like,
they
how did
always
it
teach you
feel?
just swim with it. It just feels like your head is like caught. Like you can't physically do anything in there. It's
Like you can't go
and it's
back.
like-
You can't go back towards land.
you have no idea where you are.
You
It's like
can't
twisting
fight
you.
it. You got to let it take you.
Yeah. you have no idea where you are at all because it's like twisting
That
and
sounds
turning.
horrifying.
It was really bad.
I'm legit never going to the beach again.
Tommy's
this
never going
happen,
to be in
like-
a situation where his nipples have to be out, so he's safe.
Right, that's true.
That's why you go to the pool, boys.
Do you not go in the water at the ocean, Tommy?
No, I do. But sometimes, like, I maybe I've been in an ocean water 3 times the
Didn't
last 3 or 4 years.
The last time we were at the beach, someone called you autistic. Something like that, right?
No, you fucking made me go fill up fucking water for Rhea or something. Like
a water bottle?
No, yeah, no, like Rhea needed a water. There was an empty water bottle, and she needed whatever water. So it was like,
trying to give her salt water.
Can you go put? She asked Marty, "Can you go like fill up this water bottle with the ocean water?" And I don't know why Marty said no, but then like I was like, "Yeah, I'll just fucking do it." And then as I was doing it, like a stoolie recognized me and was like looking at me like I was crazy. Like, why is Tommy like filling up a water bottle with ocean water at the beach? And like thought maybe that I was autistic.
Yeah, I remember that. That was good.
the number one thing you shouldn't do.
Have you ever told the story about Castellani texting you?
Oh yeah, people know
yeah,
about that.
All right, yeah.
yeah.
Oh well, you gotta tell people now.
This has been talked about on Dave Portnoy's show and stuff. But yeah, the day after Castellani got hired, it was like after the Tigers no-hitter and then a Yankee no-hitter. A Yankee also threw a no-hitter, Corey Kluber. He like DM'd me and was like, "Congrats on the no-no. Super excited to like start working with you. Like as someone on the autism spectrum myself, I've always really admired you." And
No, I didn't
whatever,
know that.
something
You
like
didn't
that.
know I didn't know that. That's so funny.
You didn't know that?
I never heard that. That's
Oh my
really
God.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
That's
best.
very
Yeah.
funny. Holy shit.
I mean, I'm not autistic.
That's for damn sure.
But it was humbling to be called. I mean, I'm a beacon of, and that was the thing is like I couldn't tell him.
You got invited
We
to
should
like
have
the
a Barstool
cookout. What's the
autistic
autistic
draft.
version of getting invited to the cookout?
Getting invited to the train set.
Yeah, the train con.
Yeah, I literally was like, I couldn't tell
To
him.
the puzzle room.
I couldn't tell him like, hey, I'm not like actually
to
like
the train
autistic.
set.
Yeah, that's it.
You got the pass. That's going up against the Riptide. Is going up against the 8 seed Lightning. Lightning. A lot of people are scared of Lightning. 1.5 billion strikes a year.
Too
Which
many.
I don't know. It feels like it makes sense, but at the same time, I read that number.
no,
and people,
that's
so many.
cra- no.
No, just strikes. Strikes on the ground.
I was gonna say we got fucking.
And the point which lightning hits, it's the size of your.
Wait, do you thought it was 1.5 billion people get struck by lightning here?
Like, how have I not been struck?
Humanity would be gone.
Amazing.
I was fucking taken back, dude. Holy shit! That's like the time Marty thought there were 7 people that died in World War II.
Oh,
my-
Jesus.
Dude,
That
like,
was not.
I don't know what's
Yeah,
a
you said
further
7.
off base.
Oh my god, yeah, that's
Honestly,
close.
Honestly, probably the light.
Lightning might be further off base than 7 dying in World War
7
II.
died.
wait, you thought how many people died in World War II?
It was a great clip on mixtape. I
I
think.
was thinking, and 7 came out.
Just a number 7, like in the opening minute. Like,
I don't
what
know
do
if
you
you're
mean?
allowed to say you were thinking.
But when I was reading more, when lightning hits, it hits an area the size of your thumb, which gets 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun, which is I don't know how people live through that.
That would
Like
fucking hurt.
I didn't know that was a part of it.
Yeah,
the
God
point- the
damn.
point
I thought
where
you
the
just kind
lightning
of got
touches.
shot backwards and your hair stood up.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And you get ash in your face somehow.
Yeah.
Like,
but
it's
then you
Wait,
take
it's
off your
not like-
glasses and the skin's still clean behind there.
correct.
Is it not auto death? If you
No,
get
people
struck by
survive.
lightning?
One guy
No.
survived like 8
Have you
strikes.
seen the scars people get?
There's a community.
They're
Like, they like
crazy.
chill with each other and stuff. They had like
Oh, wasn't
conventions.
Drew Brees? Or no, that was a
Yeah,
fake
like they
thing.
got pissed about Drew
was
Brees' fake stunt.
What I always get confused with the lightning stuff. Like, do you have to go to high ground or avoid high ground? I feel like it's very mixed messages. Are
You go
open fields?
inside.
Void.
Isn't it
Are they
crazy?
good? Are they bad?
His lightning
Oh
strikes.
yeah, ew,
stars.
ew.
I think you
crazy
said
looking.
7 people died in the Holocaust.
Open.
Oh no!
it wasn't the Holocaust.
He's trying to.
I mean,
get
Holocaust
off his
is
ass,
part
but
of
I
World
looked it up, and
It's part of World War
It says
II.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So technically, you're right. That's just as bad.
Yeah.
He may as well have said that. But yeah, so that's going up against lightning strikes.
So wait, you go to open fields or you don't?
No.
No.
Do you go to trees?
No.
Nothing.
That's where you don't go. No poles,
so-
no trees.
No metal.
No open fields.
open fields.
You go inside.
Okay, those are always the places I thought you had to get to.
You want to be near rubber,
Just,
right?
just think about that real quick. An open field, is that the spot?
I feel that makes sense. But a tree, it's like, oh, it'll get the tree instead of me.
It
Right,
says
but then
find,
the tree's going to explode.
find a sturdy building or get inside a car or truck. Avoid utility poles, barbed wire fences, convertibles, tractors, and motorcycles. Why do you have to avoid convertibles, tractors, and motorcycles, but get in a car?
Convertibles makes sense.
But why? You just can't be out in the open.
Yeah,
Look
I
for
think that's why.
Look for a thick patch of small trees. Avoid long, tall, lone trees. So don't go near one long tree.
Okay,
near
so you
patch
can
tree.
see the fucking confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't lie flat. If your hair stands on end,
Wait,
squat
don't lie
down.
flat?
Yeah. If your hair stands on
They
end,
cover more surface area.
I feel like I heard it's happening for like a couple seconds before it happens.
Yeah,
Like,
your
you
hair
get the-
starts standing
Yeah,
up.
then you got to get on
Yeah.
the ground.
That's terrifying.
it says.
Wait, you get on the ground? I thought it
if
said
you're-
don't get on the
It said
ground.
don't. It said if your hair stands up on end, squat down with your head between your knees.
Oh, that.
If you're swimming or boating, get to dry land and find shelter fast. Too late.
Reach my
Wait,
head
this
to
is
my knees.
this sounds unavoidable.
This is
Yeah.
hard. I'm like have a knot in my stomach.
Stay indoors.
I didn't know lightning was hot.
Don't take a shower. Water pipes conduct electricity. Avoid appliances. If lightning strikes someone, call 911. Yeah, I needed that instruction.
Yeah, the shower one is crazy. Can't take a fucking shower.
Yeah, that's Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's lightning strikes versus riptide. Cheah.
In high school, like I feel like junior year, someone had their license. We went to play ultimate frisbee in like the middle school field, and the middle school field was like 2 or 3 baseball fields, really big, ton of grass, and all of a sudden there was like a torrential downpour and like a lightning storm, and so we were in my buddy Mike's car and we played. I think we did like I think there were 4 of us. We did like a rock paper scissors tournament, and the loser had to take his Little League bat, which was in the trunk of the car for some reason, and run across the field holding it up.
Oh my God.
And so I did it. Yeah.
You did that.
Yeah.
Did you get struck?
No, I didn't. Got pretty wet, but not struck. But
That's scary.
Looking back on that, that was extremely dangerous.
If you got
But,
struck and didn't remember it, it would explain a lot.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
What percentage of people die from lightning strike?
Oh boy.
The
percent.
number of people that get struck by lightning, I feel like, has to be under.
This is
1,000 a
horrible.
year.
To
Yeah.
be part of that
Oh no,
community,
it's
though.
way
10%.
under 1,000.
Yeah.
It might be
Oh,
one a
Oh,
year.
that's it?
10% of people that get struck die. 90% have various degrees of disability. So
Wait, so you're guaranteed a level of disability?
leaving 90% with varying degrees of disability.
Varying, yeah.
Yeah.
Could have a
I'm
limp.
gonna leave this podcast very scared.
Yeah, me too.
It's terrifying.
So far, lightning
I
is my
already was
clear
scared
number
of,
one.
of everything.
I
not
don't
scared
like
of
lightning
much.
at all.
Yeah,
I'm way more scared of riptide. If you go in the
I
ocean,
think so.
Oh.
getting dragged out and seeing,
but it sounds
family,
like it's
friends, etc. on the surface and everyone panicking and
You can't
I'm
see
not
shit.
a great swimmer. Like I can swim, but I'm not like a great going against the tide. Like forget it, I'm cooked. So that
One
is
for
actually
riptide.
much more real and scary to me.
KB.
Riptide for sure.
Riptide
I think
for
I
sure.
still think there's a decent chance it could happen.
Well, how often do you go
Yeah,
swimming
when
in
was
an
the last time you were in
ocean?
the ocean?
Probably one or two times a year.
And then how many lightning strikes? How often?
But the chances of riptide happening versus a lightning strike is
Agreed.
way
Okay,
higher.
fair. Nick?
And that would be a much worse way to die. That'd be one of the worst ways to die.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, that would be. The panic would be way worse than the lightning. But I think for me, the lightning, there's so many man, that panic would be tough. And then the exhaustion knowing you're going to drown. I'm going riptide. Fuck it.
3 for Riptide after all this lightning talk.
Yeah.
Marty.
There's two things. One, there's an opening scene of Curb where he gets stuck in a riptide and he thanks life after. It's like they show him in the riptide. It's terrifying. And 2, lightning, you know when it's coming. Riptide, you have no idea.
You know you're in the fucking ocean.
You don't know when it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but
I don't know
lightning
when
is
it's gonna happen. I know
lightning
when
could
it's
strike
raining.
anywhere.
Know when it's raining
Not really.
or it's really hot.
What? Not really.
There's
what?
volcanic lightning. You ever see that? That's Scariest hit. It looks like hell.
I feel like it's easier to avoid riptide than it is to avoid lightning.
just don't go in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
I don't think that's
What?
the case because you can only get struck by lightning like if you're in like an open field, really.
You're
Or,
holding a
in
baseball bat in the air like
Yeah,
this.
and like during like a rainstorm.
I thought you can't get struck by lightning just walking through the city.
Yeah, I think you probably
Yeah, you
Yeah,
probably
everything's
no,
possible.
because buildings
The
have
buildings,
lightning
there's so much
rods. Things are so
interference.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going riptide.
Going for Riptide. It's
Definitely
Lightning can
can't
also
get
just
riptide
burn
in
your
the
house
city.
down, right? If it
That
hits your
too?
house.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
And then lightning striking planes happens a ton, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Is
No,
Roan in the
all right.
office? Because
Stop.
Roan was on a plane that got struck by lightning not too long ago, and he's a brave flyer. and
We're
he said
flying
like they lost
soon
control for
together.
like
I don't
30
like that.
seconds, which
Oh
in
my God.
aviation is a long time.
And you guys are voting for fucking Riptide?
I know. I just realized that. I thought lightning was just hitting me on the top of the head.
You wanna
Way more
switch?
prevalent. I'm going lightning.
Switching to lightning. Anyone else switching?
No, not a chance.
Riptide's scary.
You're sticking, but now it's not over yet. Dana?
Lightning.
Lightning.
Dude, I mean, I don't even really go in the water anyway, so, like, I don't have to worry about that. I guess it would be, like, a little...
You'd raise sea levels.
What's so fucking funny? Do you not?
The water displacement would be crazy.
Everything goes up.
Jay was dying.
Yeah, he's cracking up.
Don't
over
go
here.
in the ocean.
Dana goes for a wade and floods the boardwalk, dude.
Why was that so funny, Steven Cheah?
That was just like a classic big guy thing. Like, yeah, I don't really go in the water.
Not because I'm fat. I just don't like that.
Do you wear
It's like-
t-shirts at the pool?
No, I don't
Okay,
wear fucking
okay.
t-shirts.
Just bask in the sun. That's
Yeah,
it.
I like getting tan, and then if I sweat, it's whatever. I'm not gonna jump in the fucking whatever.
Tommy.
Oh, lightning, easily. I'm gonna walk out of this podcast more scared of lightning than I am of anything in the world.
All right, so we're tied up. Based on this conversation, I'm now more scared of lightning. And I survived Riptide, so I feel like So I think that I'm not as scared of it anymore.
What
Although
kind
it was
of
the scariest
riptide
thing.
did you?
If
were
it
you
came
in?
again, it'd
Were
be
you a
like
big
a-
riptide.
It was, what do you call it? Islip Beach, like the Islip County Beach, like in my local town, and just got caught in it. I think it lasted.
Kenjac probably
I don't
hit with
know
a
what
fucking
kind.
wave.
1 to 10 was it like a 3?
I don't. I've
riptide?
never been in any other Riptide. I don't have a basis to put it on. I don't
How do you know it
relative
was
scale.
Riptide?
Because I was stuck. I was tumbling, and then I got out like screaming because I was like probably like I think like 12, 13 years
Yeah,
old.
you couldn't
I was like, what the
swim.
fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? And the lifeguard's like, oh, you just got caught in Riptide.
Like casually?
Like no, like he saw me struggling. He had starting to run over when I got
Gotcha.
out, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And he's like, you just got caught in Riptide.
80% of riptide deaths happen to men in their 30s.
Oh shit.
What?
Fuck.
That's crazy.
All of us.
Oh fuck.
We are the
No,
exact
no, I
demo of Riptide deaths.
No, I got a few years left.
A couple months left.
And enjoy the beach while you can, Tommy.
You're on like the Jacob Sartorius aging pattern, Tom. You've been like 27 forever.
Yeah. It was Jacob Sartorius also 27?
No, but he was like 16 for 10 years.
2,000
You guys ever
years.
watched that Fauci interview or what?
I watched part of it after you
Him
mentioned
and
it.
fucking Sartorius?
Yeah.
Wait,
did
Fauci
one?
interviewed Sartorius?
Yeah, we
went
talked
over
about
this
it all the
last
Yeah, I
time.
never believe it.
No, I
Hold on, I'll
happened?
leave this podcast not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Not knowing it.
Okay, so Lightning's going to move on. 1 seed versus 16 seed. We'll do the Cheah first. First option is honey badgers. They steal your bacon.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like,
Honey badgers will like literally break into your house, go in your fridge, steal your bacon, and leave. Like they are.
That can't be true.
It's a documentary. Well, I'll show you. They literally opened this guy's fridge, stole bacon, and left.
oh yeah,
That was probably one honey badger. That doesn't mean all
it
of
was
them
a
do it.
singular honey badger on PBS. Fair enough.
Does make
Yeah, I
that
mean,
up.
that
It's-
sounds way worse than getting struck by lightning.
Well, no, but
Where's
then,
my bacon?
Well, no,
Mark, that would
damn
be
it, this
the best thing
breakfast.
that ever happened.
I would be the happiest guy in
Yeah.
the world if a honey badger came in, opened my fridge.
they're nasty fucks. Like there was a six hyenas.
weird
against,
looking.
against 2 honey badgers, and the honey badgers won. They go against tigers and lions. Like they'll
what is
fuck
it?
you up.
It's like a
They're
little.
really scary.
They're
animals.
like indestructible little.
They got
rodents.
stung by 300 bees, passed
Yeah.
out, got back up.
They like
They're
fight.
good guys in the Redwall world. Great warriors.
Yeah, they fight
what
like
world?
everything.
Redwall.
They're really fucked up animals.
They have like a super thick hide. They legit survive anything.
I'm
It's
terrified
crazy.
of them.
You also put a lamprey, which those are scary as fuck.
Lampreys are fucking.
Yeah,
really
you ever see those?
scary.
They're like the big eel things, the little teeth, like the little circular teeth that like latch onto you. They're creepy as hell. And then you just put the sea.
The sea's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
They got no rules.
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes are way scarier than people give it.
Disease. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, West Nile.
West Nile.
Yeah, and just like they're
Zika?
literally just like
Remember they used to spray for West Nile? That
Yeah.
was weird.
what?
They would be like, it would be like once or twice a year, like you had to stay inside from like 6 to
Mosquitoes are
6:45
the animals
'cause
that cause the most
helicopters came
death by
and
a
sprayed
lot.
Yeah,
West Nile.
malaria.
Is
Yeah,
that
I
the only
remember
reason
that.
why spiders are good? Because they get
One
them?
of the reasons.
Yeah, right.
High school kids.
That's
you also
true.
put.
High school kids.
Oh, yeah.
One of
That's
nature's
a good
scariest
one.
things.
Yeah.
No, but I thought I put them in something else. Was it with something else?
Possibly.
High School Kids in the Woods.
High School Kids in the Woods.
Yes.
Oh,
They're
fuck,
up to
you're
no
right.
good.
That's
They're
what it
always
is.
killing a
That's
Scary.
squirrel.
That's fun.
No,
That's the opposite.
They're doing some crazy
I used to
shit.
do that all the time.
High
It was
School
so-
Kids in the Woods. Yeah, that's terrifying.
That's the worst of the worst.
That's where they kill each other too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever see Stand By Me?
Yep.
No.
What? You never just sat out, had a 30-pack and fucking drank beers
That's
in the
no
woods?
good.
Certainly
Listen-
have, but there's also been some bad things that happen in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Kids in our town broke a sewage pipe, flooded it with shit, flooded the
Yep.
woods.
Things are always happening.
We just made Christmas trees with the empty beer cans. That's
Didn't you
all
get
we did.
R-worded in a marsh?
You did. You did.
Oh yeah, Dana. Oh, hey,
yeah.
you can say it now, Tommy. I already said it this episode.
Yep.
We already
All
talked
night,
about you getting ass. Like
Yep.
we could say the word.
Fucking damn.
Well,
it.
I
you
mean,
literally got
it's
fucked
more
in the
things
ass.
that he has to.
the more
edit
things
out.
I get to cut.
There was woods near
I
me
did not
that
get R-worded.
kid,
You did though.
You were just unconscious.
You woke up unconscious with your
Woke
pants
up
down
without
in the
your
marsh
pants on.
I was pissing.
after your buddy Silky led you out there or whatever.
Flip, not silky.
That's you got
Flip
fucked.
texts me every time I'm on here. He's like, "You guys are talking about me again, huh?"
Yup. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I mean, he
Goddamn
probably doesn't love that his victim is blabbing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the last thing you want from the victim.
keeps talking about it.
You literally witness intimidation. It's fucking crazy.
You talking about that time at the march again, Dana? It can happen again.
Tommy put the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. That was a horrifying thought when you were
Yeah.
a kid, thinking about fucking flying through the Bermuda Triangle.
And
Yeah.
then the last one, and I really like this one from Cheah because I've seen this video. A bobcat slowly following you while you're on a hike. I've seen that video, and it was horrifying.
Was it a mountain lion or a bobcat? I thought bobcats
one
were
of
kind of
those
small.
things. It was one of those two things.
Yeah.
Either way, that video scared the shit out
Horrifying.
of me.
Scariest sounding animal.
Yeah.
It was just, you guys haven't seen this, I'm assuming?
No.
Oh,
It's like this dude's on a hike, like on a run through the woods or something, and a bobcat or mountain lion like just like corners him and starts like following him. And the guy like takes out his camera and is like recording it, and he's like backing away, and the lion just like slowly keeps walking towards him, like howling at him, and like he's just backing away, and he's following him the entire way.
I don't feel bad for him.
It was scary, dude.
Exercising
in their
the woods, you're
territory,
a fucking
you know?
moron.
He did go in their territory.
It's your territory.
Why exercise in the woods?
Yeah, I agree. You're up, Tommy. Honey badgers that steal your bacon. Lamprey, the sea, mosquitoes, high school kids in the woods, Bermuda Triangle, or the bobcat following you on a hike.
I think I might have to go with honey badgers. Just hearing about these things for the first time, they seem like absolute fucking. I mean, I've heard about honey badgers, Tyron Matthew, but I don't really know if I
Sounds
knew.
like a good thing, right?
Yeah. I don't think I
they're
really
not.
knew that they're
fucked
indestructible. I
up.
didn't know they're indestructible.
You cannot kill them.
Like, would a honey badger kill you if it saw you
Yeah.
face to face?
I think it could kill you. I don't think you can't like strangle it.
kill
Its
you in a
hide's too
second.
thick.
then I gotta go with the honey badger.
One for the honey badger, Dana.
I will go with. Let me see it one more time.
It is honey badgers, lamprey, the sea, mosquitoes, high school kids in the woods, Bermuda Triangle, bobcat.
Mosquitoes.
One for mosquitoes.
Even though
Honey
I'm fucking nasty at killing those fucking things. I get them all the time. All the time. You know it. You got a lot of mosquitoes.
I don't think Marty knows.
I
In
don't
Long
know
Island,
that
when we
one.
lived there, we had a lot of them.
We were
running.
catching lightning bugs.
We let the door open.
You know what?
too
I
many
actually
times.
might switch to mosquitoes, just because the fact that it could give you a disease.
Fair?
Like, we don't talk about it enough. We talk about it as itchy, right? But they're literally taking your blood.
Yeah,
It's creepy.
Like-
as
and it
fuck.
could be like they could be giving you West Nile.
Yeah.
Yes. And we're just like, oh, mosquitoes.
And it's
Yeah.
like,
Summer.
why give me the West Nile? Just take the blood, go
Yes.
away. You
But
don't
we
have to give me
also
that.
we often confuse mosquitoes with just flies.
Yeah.
With any fly in the summer.
Yeah.
No, what?
no way, dude.
Yeah.
Nick?
What?
They look
Very
so,
different.
They look so
very
different.
different. It's a
No.
different set.
But I confuse them.
Oh, you said we.
No, we
it's a
all
you
confuse them.
No.
Like when I think, all right, everybody close your eyes and picture a general fly.
Okay.
That's not a mosquito.
No.
What are you
Yeah,
trying
I
to
know
say?
that.
Exactly.
Fly is different.
Vastly
It
different.
bigger.
has a distinct sound, and it doesn't bite.
And they're just fat. Mosquitoes
They're
are long
big-
and
they're
pointy
bigger
with
and
a
they're not-
long
they-
nose.
Right, no, I know. But for a while,
No.
when you're a kid, you hear mosquito and you picture what a fly is.
No, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think that's a Tommyism, maybe.
No, it's just when I used to interchangeably think about flies. I bet sometimes people interchangeably think about flies and mosquitoes.
So, Nick,
Let me look up what a fly.
which one of those chain options?
I'm gonna go mountain lion through the woods.
Did you saw that video?
Yeah, very,
But
very
I don't
scary.
think they'd be killing. I think there's only been 20 in the past few decades.
And you probably, but if you saw that in the woods,
I would be
scared?
terrified.
Yeah. But on your day-to-day basis, you're not scared of it, which is fair. Which is what we're going
I
off
mean,
of.
did you say the sea is on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the sea.
It's vast
That's
as fuck.
the riptide. That's all the creatures.
Yeah.
There's no laws.
Depth.
That's
Oh,
a-
the sea. I thought you meant like the big sea.
Cancer?
Like cancer. I was like,
That too. Yeah.
I was like, Marty, this is
Wait, that is
I didn't
scary.
even-
That
I just
one
went
might be
right
scary.
over
That would be
it.
my number one.
Cancer is
Okay, all right.
scary.
Then
And
I'm
if
changing mine
cancer's
to
on
the
the board,
sea.
I'm picking
no,
cancer.
the sea. The sea scares the shit
The
out
ocean.
of me.
Yeah. That's
Yes,
that's
I think
scum.
everyone in the world has some sort of laws besides the sea. Like they have no rhyme or reason down there. In the
Oh, yeah. I
woods,
mean, there could be
there's-
anything down there.
Woods that have some rhyme or reason. They have territories and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'm going with the sea. I thought I don't know
but you
why
can
the sea.
avoid the sea. The deep sea.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Can't avoid
for
honey
sure.
badgers.
Can.
It's actually harder to get there than to avoid it.
Unless there's a flash flood warning, you don't know.
And then the sea comes to you.
Yeah.
KB?
the sea.
And the sea?
The
Cheah?
sea and everything that it could bring, including tsunamis, floods,
If
sharks.
if I'm on a hike and I see a bobcat, I'm like backpedaling slowly or walking slowly. If I am walking through the woods and I see some teenagers, I'm dropping everything and I'm running in the other direction.
I agree.
No,
Fuck.
you aren't.
Yes.
You're running immediately.
yes.
I actually agree.
They're more
That's
dangerous
scary.
than a bobcat.
That's
Yeah.
way scarier than a bobcat. If a group of teenagers found you while you're out in like a run in the woods,
My platform to run for mayor was a teenless town.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah, you
afraid
hate
of teens.
teens.
We're afraid of getting roasted by teens.
Right.
You're
No,
afraid
I
of
got
No,
getting...
I'm afraid of them assaulting me.
yeah, I'd be afraid
Teens,
of that
in,
in like the
teens
woods.
in the woods, that is
Teens
high
in the woods will hit
propensity
you with
for
sticks.
violence,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
no good.
There's so many like horror movies and scary movies and like dramas and stuff where it all starts with teens in the woods doing something fucked up. I'm with Jay on that 100%. In fact, I would vote for the high school kids in the woods as well. Out of this
I'll
grouping.
change mine to Teens in the Woods.
Teens in the Woods. Teens in the Woods going to move on. And that's going up against the number 1 seed, which is, I think you mentioned it a second ago, KB, tsunamis. Just in general, tsunamis. Tsunamis are scary as fuck. And I feel like most of us didn't even know they were a thing until Indonesia. And all of a sudden, like, 250,000 people are there. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Did you guys see that recent video? It was on like TikTok of like a tsunami
Yeah.
going through a house.
It was in like the
Yes,
Marshall Islands
I
or
saw
and
something.
like
that.
it very clearly looks like people die in it, but there's just like people
they all
like
said like
filming
everyone was, yeah, and then everyone's like, oh, everyone's okay after. I'm like, how?
it. Yeah.
That was crazy. So tsunamis versus teens in the woods. Man, this is a tough one. Stephen Cheah.
Stick with your gut.
Yeah, I mean, the Asian part of me wants to vote tsunamis, but my common
The
sense
Asian part
is-
of you also wants to vote teens in the woods.
yeah, teens in the woods, way too scary. I'm going with that.
Teens in the woods, KB.
I'm going to go tsunamis here.
Tsunamis. You could just swim out of it, but don't do that. Nick?
I'm going to write in the kangaroo fish.
The Candiru
Dave,
fish.
you don't have to write.
Fish.
You don't have to write nothing in yet. You don't have to write
Oh,
nothing
you have
in
kangaroo?
yet.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I just
Oh,
assumed you
man,
wouldn't.
because that's, yeah.
Because I was waiting for a weak one. Yeah, I'm going to go tsunamis here.
Tsunamis here.
That shit'll pummel you.
Yeah. Sure will.
Another great song, Tsunami.
Also, just one. I think one of my
Steve
favorite
Aoki.
words.
Just that it starts
That's
with
a good
T.
word.
Yeah, TSUM. Like, that's just a great
Tsunami.
combination.
Just a T when tsunamis wild.
Yeah,
It's intimidating.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
very
going
intimidating.
teens because I used to. There was a baseball field, and I would always go there to like practice, and there would be these teens that built their own like dirt ramps for their bikes, and they were fucking terrifying.
That's fun. I don't know. You guys are off base on this. Like that.
Oh wait, I actually have a great
I
example.
don't think
of
you're
this.
understanding what
I
we're saying.
am.
They're not
I
these
know
teens-
kids in
they're
the
not
woods
your
that hung
boys
out.
that are drunk and sitting in leaves. They're crazy.
Some people are afraid to get R-worded down. Well, not everybody laughs it off like a funny story from their
Teens
past.
build Viet Cong level traps in the woods.
Yeah.
Yes, they do though. They really do.
They'll
I
have
just
a pit
remembered-
with spikes.
Yeah, I just
With,
They
like,
put
the leaves
everything
at
on
the
the
top.
leaves, bro. Yes.
in my hometown, the semester after my graduating grade had gone to college, like that winter, someone from our grade took another kid from our grade. We were 18. He brought him into the woods and he killed him. And he cut off his hands and he shoved dirt in his mouth and he buried him in a shallow grave. And then they found him like a couple weeks later, and it was teens in the woods behind our elementary school.
That was a true story.
Yeah, that's where they
True
do it. I
story.
mean, that's the only place
Kyle
they
Underhill.
have.
Tsunamis, and it's tsunamis and a blowout. Those things are fucking scary, boys. I mean, what was the one? Indonesia? Was that
That's
it?
the one.
Japan.
That's
no,
the one.
Japan. There was one.
Yeah, but Indonesia was the big one.
Indonesia was the big one.
Yeah, that was 2004. That's the one that like.
That's
I'm
not
still
on my
waiting.
radar.
I'm still waiting for.
Japan's the one on my radar.
Like
No,
Fukushima?
Mexico. No, it's
Yeah.
Indonesia.
I think they
that
both
one-
got it.
Fukushima caused.
I'm not
like, the nuclear-
denying that there was a
meltdown.
tsunami in Indonesia, but when I think tsunami, I think Japan.
Oh, I definitely think.
I'm still wait. I think another one's coming soon. I think
What the fuck?
Eventually, you're
I
right.
think
hell?
we're
Yeah, he's
due.
right.
No, we're due.
I thought we
No.
were due for a bad
Could
hurricane.
we get one in New York? A tsunami?
No,
That's
I was
that.
looking it up.
Don't say that.
That would be
looking it up.
crazy.
Don't say that.
No, I'm asking if it's
I was
even
looking
possible.
up. It's apparently like almost impossible. Like,
Oh, all right.
Damn,
Almost
Then fucking
impossible.
who
If you had
cares?
to say where it's gonna be, where it's gonna be.
I don't want to.
Come on,
I don't
throw out
want
a
to
country.
divulge into that. I'm just saying we're due.
yeah.
Oh,
for
you don't
a
want to
tsunami.
divulge that as if you have
Yeah,
the
you know the-
information.
Yeah.
We are due for a
no,
tsunami.
it's wherever Dana does a cannonball next is the next tsunami.
Throw out a country, Dana.
I'd probably say something over over by China.
Pacific Rim.
Be specific.
Pacific Rim. Like
Pacific.
the
No, I said be specific.
Pacific Rim.
yeah, that's where all of them seem
You
to
just
happen.
said that because he said that. You
Yeah, he doesn't know what that
means,
is.
because I have no idea what that means either.
You shoot basketball.
Also, if
over
you just
them?
ask Dana 3 times, when he says no, he says it the 4th time.
You're like the fucking Will Ferrell.
Just ask Flip. Dana only said no so many times.
That's why it's not technically, yeah.
All right, Flip.
Let's go out back.
Shit.
Tommy.
Tsunamis.
Tsunamis.
That's funny.
Tsunami's gonna move on. Before we get into the other half of the bracket, let's talk about ZocDoc. I love this ZocDoc.
Oh,
I
me
just
too.
used ZocDoc
Yep.
ZocDoc's
yesterday.
great.
I used
Love
it for
Doc
years before we even had them as a sponsor. That ZocDoc is awesome. We all know the things in life that we have to compromise on, but when it comes to your health, there is no compromise. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book them book appointments with them online. Super handy. Like you can just take pictures of your insurance card and it matches you up with people in network. Really, really, really simple and like good for because some doctors have such crazy long wait times and like
Yeah, it tells you.
yeah, and it tells you like, hey, they're open at this time, and then if you have like, for example, I had to use an ENT, and then they didn't have another appointment for another like 3 weeks, but I needed something like done urgently, so I just booked a different one and got them to do it within like the next day, which is awesome. It's super super easy to use. That's not even on script, by the way. Love it. Typical wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is just between 24 and 72 hours. That's it. You can even score same day appointments. We love ZocDoc here. Like we just mentioned, you brought it up. You guys didn't even know they were a sponsor, and you saying how you love them.
I just used them quite literally 24 hours ago. Because me and Nick were texting the other day. I think I have celiac disease.
I think he does too.
You got rumbly
Oh,
tummy?
yeah.
And I
Very
went and I
well.
booked through ZocDoc a gastrointestinal
Do you have thin
Nice.
shits?
consultation.
Good.
You have thin poops?
Do I have thin poops? No.
No. Ribbon poops are scary.
Dude, you know the thing about being on Ozempic? You don't shit for a few days, but when you do, it's a fucking...
You're on Ozempic?
Yes.
I thought they ran out of that.
I don't think so.
I
I
thought that
don't
was
think
like a
I start
joke.
talking...
You should definitely get off of that.
Get the fuck out
That's
of here.
going to absolutely give you some kind of worse disease than being
Shut up,
fat.
dude.
Yeah.
I got my blood literally 2 days ago. Everything's in the green.
It'll take a long
Suck my
time.
cock.
Everything's in the green.
His blood is
I'm doing
green.
great. Get the fuck out of here.
No one top
Everything. Yeah, his blood, his feces,
All is green. It's all
brain,
It's all in the green.
his teeth, his tongue, his esophagus.
It's all green.
I no joke, the biggest shit
Lungs.
of my
Dana, you want that red?
My entire career. Like a week.
Your entire career
just
pooping.
the biggest.
You take a picture?
No, I don't do that. I'm not a big poop guy. It's just I'm talking about it, but I don't like.
Go to ZocDoc.com/lights and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc, ZocDoc.com/lights, ZocDoc.com/lights.
How funny would it be if the beer guy had to retire from beer?
Celiac?
How
you
would
probably
he?
want that.
That'd be
That'd
amazing.
a good way to go out.
dying
That'd be a
for
good
it.
way ending.
I mean, how
like
else
a-
are you going to end this whole this whole saga?
It's like a medically induced
It'd
retirement.
be a great way to go out.
And then you
medical
get a
retirement.
bidding war between the seltzers?
And if I do have it, I've definitely had it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Beer, the beer guy, man? You're probably so fucking.
I haven't really been the beer guy really lately. I mean,
just did a series of tweets about it, what, a week ago?
lately.
Every weekend I see beer guy today.
Yeah, not since a Saturday afternoon.
But it's not as
I don't like to throw stones because if I was 22, I'd be doing the same shit.
That's funny.
I don't know, man.
Next matchup on the other side.
That'd be cool though. It's like I can retire from beers because I got celiacs, and then
They
I'll go
can't talk
find
shit.
and then I'll go find the next fucking prodigy.
Yeah.
The next thing to
Oh, that'd be a good
good.
video series.
Listen,
I think that's what I want to do. I'm afraid to ask Dave about it.
you
but
tried zillion grapes.
Dave, I have celiac.
I just have to confirm that I have celiac first, and then I'll pitch it to him.
6 versus. By the way, get a
Look at
doctor.
Cheah. He's got the biggest smile.
Jay's having a great time.
You talking to Dave about retiring from being the beer guy, having celiac is a conversation.
You would
I
try.
wanna be
And that
on.
needs to be recorded.
Needs
Yes.
to be.
Yeah. You'd be
Oh
in
my
tears.
god.
Dave, I got celiac. You mind if I retire as a beer guy?
Dave, I can't drink beer anymore.
My contract's still going to be okay.
I really fucking cornered myself, boys.
Oh shit.
Just pigeonholed.
Next matchup, 6 versus 11. See, the 6 seed is brain eating amoeba. Someone brought this up.
good.
It's scary.
Good.
Comes in through your nose when you're
What?
underwater. If you get the infection, you die. It eats your brain. It's an
Excuse
infection.
me? Where do you
Nothing
get
they can do
this?
about it.
Yeah, it
Where do
gets
you get this?
like infected
Florida.
water. Yeah, Florida is one of
any
the
body
places.
of water.
Any body of water in
just
Florida.
was in Florida.
And do you have to be in the ocean?
Nice
Yeah,
no,
fresh
it's
water.
other water.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Like,
Inland.
okay, but it's not like through the shower.
No.
I think so.
No.
Oh, all
No.
They just told him
Pond.
yes.
Lake.
Where do you get brain?
Jay's
eating?
loving it today.
Just imagining Tommy.
You can
showering.
also get them from eating oysters now.
If you
That's a good thing.
I love
Oyster
oysters.
snobs deserve some.
Yeah,
some
fuck
type of
oyster.
ailment.
Fuck people that like oysters.
Thank you.
I like oysters.
what's wrong with
No,
oysters?
you don't.
Fucking
It's
swallow
fuck-
them whole.
I
Like, oh,
could
yum.
put a wet piece of Play-Doh in a shell and then put horseradish and hot sauce on it and give it to you. You wouldn't know it was a piece of Play-Doh.
Yeah,
I
anything
drive-
with
Nice and
horseradish.
salty.
Right. So you don't like
I
oysters.
Yeah,
tried
they don't like
that
oysters.
oyster.
Muscle gang, though. Stand up. Rise. Muscles are
Oh, that's
great.
this fucking gym guy can't shut
Mussels
up.
are unbelievable.
Muscles are the best.
By far better than oysters, for sure.
Dave said I'm not allowed to have muscles.
Okay, so it says that most infections occur in freshwater lakes, rivers, and hot springs along the southern states.
But like,
so-
I think there's oysters now. Like if you're having fresh oysters up in New York or here, like you can get it from them.
It says it needs to go up your nose. So I don't know what you'd be doing to them to get them up there, but yeah. So it goes up your nose, and if you get it, you're dead. It's like an almost 100% mortality rate. It's crazy, and eats your brain. So that's going up against the number 11 seed, which is Things Under Leaves. I have no idea what this means. I just saw it. And
I know what
Google
you
it.
mean,
Thank
Marty.
you. Thank you.
Go ahead, Marty.
The bugs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
the feeling of leaves and like the
Like
woods
wet leaves?
and wet
Yep.
leaves and like, or when they get a little hard and crusty and there's always things under there. I will.
Same thing with a rock.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, so we
rock
talked about a
as
rock,
well. Yeah, like just things under leaves freak me the fuck out. Like there's usually bugs that you don't even know what they are under there.
Yeah. So Things Under Leaves versus Brain Eating Amoeba. Can you guys hear? Do you guys have a technical problem there?
The
Yeah,
TV went
TV's
off.
Saying,
Oh, okay.
like, idle
But we just need like the remote or something for it.
Come more in contact with leaves than this amoeba.
Brain
Yeah, but when you
eating amoeba.
phrase it as things under leaves versus brain eating amoeba,
Funny.
You're good.
You're up first, Tommy.
I'm gonna have to go with the brain eating amoeba. I mean, I do. There is a fear with the unpredictability of.
You just found
Leaves.
out about this thing though.
Yeah, and now it's all I can think about.
There we
Just
go.
don't
We're
go to-
good.
Don't go in a freshwater source in Florida, I guess, or in the southern states.
Yeah, I guess I won't. That's scarier. I'll go with the brain eating. Like, no matter what's under the leaf, it's probably not something that's gonna guaranteed kill you.
Could be a snake.
Dana?
Brain eating amoeba. You know,
Yeah.
the amoeba thing, I don't want to think about it. I'm just going to say that and move on. It's scary.
Amoeba.
Leaves. I come in contact with leaves a lot more.
Things Under Leaves. Nick?
Amoeba's up there. Like rabies is my biggest fear.
Yeah, I've read the description.
Reading the description of people dying from rabies is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Oh, fuck. I just realized I didn't include rabies, but I should have.
How do you really get
Rabies is scary as fuck. 'Cause
how
as
do
soon
you
as you
really
And
figure
the
out
thing
you
is,
have
like,
it.
bats' mouths are too small to realize a bite. And the second you show a symptom, it's too late.
Yeah, you're already done.
Yeah, but if you get it from a bat, you're a fucking loser.
If you leave your window open at night,
Could be a
A
bat in
loser.
their office right now.
Blind,
The
bro.
biggest
If
loser.
It's like Stevie Wonder killing you. It's the same thing.
Fuck,
Yeah.
they're blind.
That's a
You got
bad take.
sonar located.
You know,
Why are you-
I'm on your side for a lot of things. That's a bad take.
This
A
is
bat
where
or a
you draw
dog
the
or a
line,
raccoon.
Dana.
and it makes him aggressive to want to bite you. And then your last couple months alive, a part of your brain melts, and you just live in constant fear.
Yeah,
And
tremendous
like at
fear.
first, you become hydrophobic. So
You're
like,
afraid of
if
water.
somebody brings water to you, you start shaking, and you don't know why, and you can't get it. It's
This is the
horrible.
worst show I've ever done.
I legitimately.
I don't
want to
know
leave
these
the
things.
show.
I don't know these things for a reason. Because I live in no.
And there's
got
a
bit-
vaccine
how
for it,
do
but
you
just
get-
nobody gets it.
Can you get like from your dog?
get it.
Can you get rabies?
The dog. would
If your
need
dog
rabies.
gets bit by like a raccoon, and your dog comes in and bites you,
So I gotta make sure
Fuck.
you get if you get clean. Yeah, you gotta get cleaned up.
Scary.
You have a dog?
No, we had a dog, but I don't know. What if he gets bit by a fucking
as soon as you
raccoon?
get bit, you just
know.
got to go get 8 shots in your ass,
Yeah.
like your flip. Flip.
It's 8 shots onto his back.
Yeah.
Nick.
Amoeba.
Sorry, Flip.
Amoeba.
Flip
KB.
just got a dog, actually.
Oh God.
Got a little
Yeah,
golden
doggy
retriever puppy.
style on your ass.
His name is Riggs, actually.
You named his puppy Riggs?
No, they named him Rigatoni, but they call him Riggs. Riggsy.
Could have gone with Tony. Flip's dumb.
Flip.
Love you, Flip.
If only we could get a name out of Rigatoni.
Riggs is crazy.
Rigatoni.
KB.
That'd be a pretty sick name for a kid. Rigatoni. Rigatoni Shibeli.
Dude, the brain amoeba would be just the most frustrating thing in the world if you live in Florida, hot as hell, can't even go in the water. Because we were down in Florida, they're like, yeah, you just can't go in, not because of alligators, because of the amoebas.
Yeah, we were on one of those fan boats, and they were just like,
Just like,
don't
I
let any
wanna
water droplets get in your
cool
face.
off
We're on a
so
fan
bad.
boat. Like, we're going 80 miles an hour on a pond.
Yeah.
And yeah, amoeba over leaves.
Amoeba over leaves. Jay.
Anytime when I used to live in the Northeast, like anytime it would be rainy out and you see like some gross shit in the woods and you turn one of those like leaves or like one of those stones over and you see all that gross shit, that is disgusting. Nothing makes me jump back quicker, so that.
I agree. See, it was getting a bad rap.
Could be a
Thank
pack of teens under those leaves.
You never know.
Yeah.
you. That could be though. That's they hide under those.
Next up, we have the 3 versus the 14. The 3 seed is just Australia. Australia as a continent and a country. I just picked up the first few of the
That
most.
seems like the most beautiful place.
I looked up a list. Every of the like 20 of the top 50 most dangerous creatures on Earth live in Australia.
Isn't that the first? Isn't that where someone got COVID first?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks did, yeah.
Fucking
I just looked up like the first.
It was in China, dude.
No, it was like
Whoa.
whoa.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
What is that? How is that yikes?
Alrighty.
How is that yikes? Whoa. That's where it started, didn't it?
He said,
Hey,
Whoa.
we're gonna cut that, Dana. I'm just
No, we didn't. We weren't talking about where.
Tom
started-
Hanks was in
Tom Hanks
Australia
was
when
in
he
Australia.
got it.
Australia. What do you got?
Dana just heard COVID. No, it was the Chinese.
It was China.
It wasn't Tom Hanks. It was the Chinese.
I'm sorry. I
I was gonna love this.
You guys.
Our Rumble listeners like, hell yeah, bro. No question about it. 3 versus the 14.
It was one of the two.
Yeah. So I just picked some of the ones like the top most dangerous creatures in Australia. The golden poison dart frog, which we talked about as the most edible looking little creature. Size of a paperclip, 1 milligram of its poison could kill 20 people.
Jesus Christ.
The box jellyfish, which is the most lethal jellyfish in the world, and it's the most invisible to see underwater. The cone snail, which is just lives on beaches. They fire a harpoon that gives you paralysis and respiratory failure.
That's sick.
The native taipan snake, one bite has enough venom to kill 100 humans.
Cool.
And then multiple species of black widow and funnel spiders all live in Australia, all with like the most poisonous venom in the entire planet.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, every single of the most venomous creatures on Earth all live in Australia. All these super dangerous creatures, they all live there.
Let's throw thumbtacks on there.
Thumbtacks?
Yes.
And that's going up against quicksand, which we mentioned before. Didn't count in a sinkhole. It's a totally different thing. I looked at the numbers on quicksand. It's shocking how there's almost no recorded death of quicksand in history.
It might just be in movies.
It's a very much a movie thing.
It's a very funny John Mulaney joke where he's like, that's something you thought would be way scarier as a kid, which is true. Like the wild thornberries, they had fucking quicksand every episode.
I think Never-Ending Story.
Yes, but the thing sinks in it. But that's like mud, kind of.
It was, yeah.
That big-ass dragon thing, yeah.
The horse dies.
Horse.
Speaking of wild thornberries, Fastuli does a great wild thornberries noise.
What, Donnie?
Accidentally.
If anyone...
So does Mincy, so does KB.
Yeah.
They all do have good ones.
Voiced by Flea, the bassist of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So Australia as a place versus quicksand. Start with you, Cheah.
I think like similar to Tommy with Riptide, just like I just don't go to Australia. Like who cares? Like you can avoid all of that. I also would never.
Unless you're our producer.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Mook. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's way too long a flight. I will never go to Australia. So I have zero fear of anything from Australia. I'll go with quicksand.
Quicksand, KB.
I guess all of the Australia and all its creatures. The Irukandji.
What's the Irukandji?
I'm looking it up now. This is like the scariest thing in the world. It's a tiny jellyfish.
What's it do?
I'd like to add that like island off of India where they just kill you.
Oh, the Sentinel Islands?
Oh yeah.
That's horrifying.
I'm still like I'm afraid of them.
There's another
Me
island.
too.
We
I feel like they could get to us.
Yeah,
is that?
Wait, the uncontacted tribe?
Yeah.
It's the Sentinel Islands.
Scariest
Yeah.
thing in the world.
That's
But
a thing?
Yeah,
It's like
there's,
an island. It's on
nobody can
uncivilized.
get like anyone that's ever tried to get there. They just fucking kill.
Well, people try to get there to spread the word of God. Nobody's tried to get there to wipe them out. Give me a suit of armor and a
we
spear.
could fuck them up.
It's it's by the way illegal to get there. Like you're not allowed to go there at all. It's illegal.
That doesn't make sense.
Like I think it's off India, and like in India, it's like illegal to take you there. Like it's that's how secluded this like tribe is.
I think they've got King Kong.
got King Kong hidden away in there.
There's a place in Montauk like that too.
What?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
That can't
they're
be
taking
true.
street kids.
They're taking.
Oh, I've heard. I was about to say I've heard about this, but it might just be from you. It's like the Stranger
You
Things.
still can't go there. Yeah, you still can't go.
There's like I gotta look into this. It's like a real life Stranger Things.
yes, where they like our government injects street kids.
Are you talking about the island?
Street
Like the
kids?
kids that don't have like families and like they're just like
Orphans.
Families.
I think it's
They exile them to this island?
Are you living in Oliver Twist?
Street kids.
I know what you're talking about.
Dude.
Yeah, if you go there today, it says like you
It's-
you can't go there.
It's like Plum Island or something.
something
Like that.
Look,
I mean,
look it up.
Let's look this
I'm
up.
looking at the Sentinel Islands. That's what I want to know.
How does everybody know about this tribe on Sentinel Islands?
Because there's a big story because a Christian missionary tried
don't
to
we
go
just
there.
fly
and they
a
just
fucking
fucked him,
drone
fucking
over
killed
How
him.
about, how about
They
we
killed
drop a
him.
nuke?
I think
on
they
that
ate him, I
ass?
think, right?
They
They
killed
ate
him and
him.
ate
How do
him.
people know that?
That they
It's a
killed him and
big
ate him?
story,
Yeah.
a big nationwide story.
They fly drones over top. They're always throwing
and stuff at
spears
them,
at drones and stuff.
Yeah.
They think they're so fucking tough.
Yeah.
It's the Plum
Pussies.
the
Come
Plum
out here and
Islands.
fight us.
Plum Island.
Play an away game for once.
Yeah, they can't win away from home. So Nick, Australia versus quicksand.
I'm going quicksand, man. I get the feeling like, have you ever tried to like take your coat off while you have a seatbelt on and it's got like that weird like
Yeah.
you spaz out,
awful.
or like when you get tangled up in your sheets? I think quicksand would feel like that. I wouldn't like the feeling of it going down my throat. I think that'd be a little
Ooh.
gay. So I'm going to go with quicksand.
Quicksand, Marty.
Quicksand. Quicksand's on my TikTok for you right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's like this like type of it's like a muddy type of one, but it's like this mom gets stuck in it and a kid's trying to dig her out. It's fucking terrifying.
Jesus.
People will be making it on the beach, right? Don't they like?
Yeah,
Add-
yeah.
Yeah.
can
That's
make
part of it too.
quicksand?
Yeah.
How?
With
Like
like the
water and
mud
sand
and
and-
like the sand. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever do it like when you put it in your hand, you let it drip out?
Mud, sand, and water?
That's what
You mean
yeah,
the fucking
Dude Perfect
beach?
made it. They did. They were shooting threes from inside a quicksand bat. I swear.
They did. I saw that.
Wait, it's real. Every time Kyle says "I swear," that means it's a lie.
No,
I
that one
saw that
actually was it. They were
Wait, what are they
shooting
doing?
half-court shots.
They were in vats of homemade quicksand doing threes or half-court shots.
I can't believe
They're
I
so
did
ahead
see
of the
that
curve,
video.
I was
man.
gonna say that honestly sounds like an awesome.
It was
video.
awesome.
No, they're
I
great.
watched
Yeah.
it a ton.
Well, I can't find a lick about this. Quit the shooting 3-pointers in quicksand?
It was like a half-court shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing on this. You got to find that.
That seems like it'd be an easy search and find.
Yeah, like how many search results could possibly show up? But there's nothing.
Hold on.
Are you sure it's not from like Goop?
Wow, dude, perfect.
Yeah, found it immediately.
Sick.
What'd you look up?
On what?
Twitter.
This stuff is crazy. Hashtag quicksand.
What'd you look up?
Oh, it's this. It's the stuff like when you do flour and water, where you can move your feet fast enough and you don't
there's
sink.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look at these guys.
What do we look up, KB?
Dude, perfect quicksand.
Is that not what you typed?
You
in,
don't need to
Kenjac?
see it.
I didn't hear the
can-
dude perfect
I can
part. I started
describe.
quicksand taking threes.
Oh, I was gonna say, how the fuck did you not find it?
Yeah, I just looked up quicksand shooting threes. That's all I heard.
Dude, perfect.
That's the part I didn't hear, dude.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
You don't need to.
All right. I know. I do. Now that you've mentioned it, I absolutely need to
Kind of
see it.
sucks.
Honestly,
This.
everyone should probably turn off the bracket and go watch this.
This is ridiculous.
Probably that good.
No, it's not. Is this?
Oh,
stinks.
this actually that
Yeah.
looks way worse.
Yeah.
I
It's a little
kind of want to start a
fucking kiddie
Dude
pool.
Perfect video recap podcast. Tommy has Survivor.
Dana, Australia versus quicksand.
Australia. I mean, Australia seems cool to me, so I would like to go there.
Kangaroos.
Yeah. They have golf. I think they got.
They do.
The foreplay guys go there for golf. Like,
No, that was live.
The scariest thing is driving on the highways.
I'm pretty sure they
People
would.
Yeah,
fall
it's like
asleep
deserts.
and die all the time.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
boring.
Yeah.
The highways in Australia are?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought you meant the highway.
In
I was
general.
like, fucking preach.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? There's scary things here too. You know, like you could say that about anywhere. So,
Okay.
fuck that. Give me quicksand.
Quicksand, Tommy.
Quicksand. Yeah. I think the inevitability of it. If you were just in quicksand and being like, fuck.
Apparently, it's very easy to escape. From everything I was reading about it, it was very underwhelming reading about quicksand.
Well,
I have no.
I think I've seen Xena Warrior Princess get out of it once.
She's definitely done it multiple times. I would
Okay.
imagine. Man, Xeno.
I mean, Eliza Thornberry gets out of it like it's her fucking day job.
Yeah. Next up is the 7 versus the 10. The 7 seed is Meteors. Meteors, I was looking it up. They're so scary, dude.
I mean, they literally destroyed dinosaurs.
Yes, a 6-mile
Yeah, that's what they say.
long asteroid would end humanity. And I was
Believe
looking it
that?
up.
True. It's true.
The passes that have happened in Earth are crazy, and that almost all of them, like if you look at the list of like close passes, like between the distance of us and the moon, like almost all of them are discovered after they already passed us. Like,
I don't
we
like
can't
that.
see them. We can't see them coming because like the sun's reflection or something. And like there was one that passed us last year that wasn't found until 2 days after it passed us. It came within 1/4 the distance of the moon.
Where'd
What
it
the
go?
fuck are these people doing?
Where'd
I
it
have no
go,
idea.
though?
And there's one. What? Sorry, what?
Where'd it go?
It passed. It passed by us. It didn't hit us.
It just went, dude.
Just kept going in space.
They knew that?
They found out 2 days after it already passed us.
Yeah. Okay.
And then there's another one that's coming in 2028. That's supposed to be within.
I thought we couldn't predict when it comes.
There's some of them we find ahead of time, but almost all of them they're finding after.
I'm starting to doubt this a little bit.
There's
yeah.
one that's coming within half a lunar distance of the Earth in 2028, and if it hit us, it would be as destructive as Hiroshima, which is
Oh.
I don't like that at all.
So it just took
Hiroshima?
Japan?
No, it wouldn't. If it only hit Hiroshima, if it hit Hiroshima,
That would be real.
Why are you saying it like that?
Hiroshima, right?
Isn't it Hiroshima?
I think they pronounce it that. I don't know. But they, you guys wouldn't know that. Sorry to say.
Kenjac flexing his
another one.
Asian on us.
It'd be imagine if it hit like Nagasaki.
Yeah, just a bro.
It's like the guy just. Oh, that sucks. But anyway, that's going up against number 10 seed Tornadoes. Tornadoes. I feel like you guys. We talked about it a minute before. Like you guys are probably more worried about them.
Didn't
we
we
are.
already
That's not
have
really happening
tornadoes? Didn't we
Yeah, I
already
thought
do
tornadoes we already had. That was like the first
I
thing.
thought so too.
anymore.
Tornadoes
Flash
versus
floods, earthquakes, sinkholes, volcanoes, riptide, lightning.
We
and
talked about
teams versus
tornadoes.
tsunamis.
Yeah,
We
we
talked
did.
That was
about
That was
it.
before we
Dana.
started.
Yeah, it was right
okay.
before we started.
Oh yeah.
we talked
Because
about you guys.
Nashville.
Because of Nashville, correct. Yeah. One person here is not afraid at all.
No.
So meteors versus tornadoes. Tommy Smokes.
I'll go meteors. Yeah, I mean, part of me thinks it's all a crock of shit, but I mean, the fear that a meteor, an asteroid, a comet, whatever have you, could just like literally hit Earth, and we don't even know. Like, and even if they did know it was coming, they wouldn't tell us because there's no need to cause mass panic. So I think that's really scary. Like that it could just hit us out of nowhere.
And they don't find out until 2 days after it's gone.
Yeah, that's like what. Well, literally, what are they doing?
Yeah. Dana?
It's fucking meteors. That's scary, dude. I'm like scared right now.
I know,
Just hearing about it.
literally right. Guess what? A tornado's not coming right now. A meteor could come right now.
But it's never happened.
It literally
They
did.
destroyed the dinosaurs.
How do you know?
Yeah, but the good, the
There was
bright
no-
There's a
side,
massive crater
the bright
in Mexico.
side to that dinosaur thing is that the Earth's still kicking.
Yeah, just but it
completely
You think I
we'd
give a
be dead.
fuck about the Earth?
We'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Why
the
wouldn't
whole
that-
world died when the
Yeah.
dinosaurs got hit.
Except for like a little bit of plant
It was
life
like a
and
mass
everything stuff underwater.
extinction.
Yep.
Who was alive? Who was alive when the dinosaurs were alive?
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody.
It was just a fucking
Exactly.
dinosaur.
We'd be all
How
over.
do we? First of all,
How would we
How
know?
do we know?
Exactly.
Second of
That's
all,
Giant
That's
crater
fair.
in the Yucatan,
where's that?
the Mexico.
That could have just been
It's a massive crater that radiologically dates up with
Where
the
was
dinosaurs.
That is not real. Radiological dating, but
I'm not a truther of fucking dinosaurs. You know, I'm not like I believe that it happened, but like you know, I don't know where I'm going.
you got the train got stuck in the station.
I don't know. You're looking at me for answers.
I was hoping you'd help me there.
I'm not even know what point you're trying to make.
Me neither.
I think it's meteors are scary as shit. That's my point. I think asteroids and meteors. I'm not convinced it actually happened with the dinosaurs, but
I'm not
I'm
either.
convinced it could happen today, and it scares me more than a fucking tornado. Whatever.
You ever been on Twisted?
Yep.
You have?
Yeah.
A little fucking when that cow fucking goes, you get a little nervous. No. That tornadoes are scary because you've seen it and it's happened and you've seen things.
You
like
see
that.
meteors?
You have.
You remember that video from Russia where like the one like lit up the whole fucking light sky and like blew up like a giant chunk in Russia?
No, I missed that. One.
There's like on all those dash cam videos of Russia. It's probably like 5 years
Meteors to me are just like it's in space. It's never gonna affect me.
ago. All right. Nikki?
If a meteor or asteroid, like a smaller one, lands on your property, aren't you pretty rich?
Yeah.
Like
They're all
can't
made of
you,
like gold and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, isn't there like a lot of really valuable shit in that?
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do? We wouldn't know what to do.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, probably Bitcoin. The tornado
No, I'm saying that you
siren is
wouldn't
the
know how to
scariest
extract
noise.
it.
And
No,
like
we
that
wouldn't. We sell
opening
it.
scene in Twister, where the dog and the dad
my
die,
God.
or the dog lives, dad dies,
He belts himself to the
Yeah.
pipe.
but he dies. Yeah.
I haven't seen Twister in a while.
The dad.
The dad.
Yep.
Yeah. He
New
goes.
Twister's coming out soon, by the way.
There's
Sequel.
Twister 2?
I
Twisters.
heard he was a Twister too, right?
Not that I know, but there's Twisters 2. They're coming out soon. I believe this year, later this year. So you're going with you're going with tornadoes, Nikki?
Yeah.
Want another one for tornadoes? KB?
Is that a thing? Are we calling you Nikki now?
I guess.
Yeah, someone was saying Nikki Clicky
I
before.
can't do it.
Nah,
Yeah.
nobody call me
Yeah,
that, please.
it made me uncomfortable
I can't
both
call
times.
you Nikki.
Kenjac just
Yeah,
said
me
it was
too.
twice in a row.
Yeah, yeah,
not
it made me
Because he doesn't like
uncomfortable.
Nikki Smokes.
I've called him Nicky before.
No, Nikki Smokes makes sense.
I feel like you say Nikki if it's Nikki Clicky.
But you don't. I don't say that.
Just only Nikki?
Oh,
But I wouldn't say
Thank
just,
you, Marty.
Or
Nicholas,
unless it's in the bathroom, Nikki peeing out his dicky.
Yeah, every
Alright,
time
that I
I
can
go to
get
pee,
behind.
Tommy's shitting and he says
It's a
it.
good one.
that I can get behind.
Yeah, Nikki peeing out his dicky. I'm gonna come over and try to get a licky.
He says it every
Something
time.
like that.
Every time.
I always switch up the second half.
KB?
Tornadoes, just the funnel, and then they regularly just wipe out entire towns in the South and the Midwest.
And like their paths are unpredictable, right? There's like just kind of go however they please.
Yeah. Cheah?
Imagine a very light tornado blew through Jersey City a couple of years ago and knocked off somebody's balcony bed and went into the apartment and knocked over all their piss cups in their room. That would be an actual nightmare.
Imagine that.
Imagine that, yeah. There you
Fucking
go.
piss bottles, you pig. I forgot about that.
Asteroid.
Asteroid. Oh, fuck, we're tied up.
I missed that. That was the peak. I had some peaks. That was one of the peaks.
No, man, you
Peeing in your
upgraded. You have a
water
house
bottles?
now.
Come on. Save it for a wedding.
One of your peaks involved having several cups of your own urine.
No, dude, the bed outside. That was fucking peak. I would say
You slept there a lot.
the peaks are always they go too. I've had
You stay in the middle's good.
I've been neutral lately.
Middle's good.
I just need another peak.
Peaks are always downhill.
so quick, so fast. It's incredible. I want another one of those, but I'm getting old.
You need a new thing.
I do.
What's the new thing?
I fucking don't know.
God, that was the most depressing answer I've ever
Well,
heard.
it's you put anything out, it's never going to do as good as a beer tweet. It's just not. I'm stuck, and I'm 31, and I'm stuck, Tommy.
Yeah, it's fair.
You can spend all your fucking time on it. You know what?
Thank God you have all that money from Zillion beers.
Drinking a beer with AC/DC in the back.
You know what? That's you. That's you though.
I'm 31.
Dude, there's gluten-free beer, by the way. I don't know if I
there
it
is.
Sucks. It's awful.
Next up, because I'm going to move Meteors on. That's more scary, at least in our day-to-day. So, number 2 seed versus the 15 seed. The number 2 seed is Hurricanes. Stephen Cheah put Typhoons. Number 15 seed is Black Holes.
Ooh.
A lot of people were interested. A lot of people on Twitter responded with that. A couple people here responded with that. So Black Holes
They had the outer space black
Is this the
hole?
last one?
This is the last one.
So there's no space.
Black Holes that would have encompassed
Space is
black
the
holes.
most boring
Space
thing
is
in
the
the world.
space is-
There's nothing. We'll know what's up there.
Try getting there.
Space. We don't know anything.
No, I think we know a lot.
No, we don't.
We
We know to Pluto. That's it.
Oh my
pretty
god.
far.
What?
Yeah.
The dumbest man alive.
What could be past Pluto?
What could possibly be past Pluto?
How the fuck do we know what's past Pluto? We don't.
We have a space
We have
station.
no
idea.
We have
There's people up in space right now. We have a station there. People are in there in space.
Space. If I think about space
This
for
is
long
insane.
enough, I'll have a panic attack. I'm not even kidding. And I'll have to
Wait, so what,
Past
breathe
Pluto.
into a bag.
what do you think? What do you think that we as a civilization know of beyond Pluto?
Everybody says we have like other solar systems and shit. Like, how do we know?
No, I'm very much with you on that.
How?
There's other solar systems.
No,
We
don't
have-
face palm. How do we know? We just theories?
No, observation.
I
We
think
can
there's
see them.
footage
We can see them.
of all the different galaxies.
Yeah, billions.
That is
upon
crazy.
billions.
Literally,
What's
how do
another-
we have footage of other fucking galaxies?
What's another one called?
What do you mean?
Thank you.
We're in the
Yeah,
Milky Way.
We're in the
so
Milky
many.
Way.
Then there's other
Like,
dimensions.
Andromeda's close by. Like, there's a whole bunch of them.
I believe that is fucking.
See, like,
there's mad room up there, dude.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
There's
It
so
freaks
much
me
room
out.
in
It
space.
freaks
It
me
just
out.
goes forever.
If I think for long enough that we're just sitting on a fucking rock, like in the middle, and I panic.
Doing beer tweets.
a rock.
My head goes nuts.
You should watch like a video about like the Voyager mission.
We're
or
on a
something.
rock, just sitting in the middle of fucking.
On Earth.
But like in the middle of what?
Space.
Where are we right now?
Milky Way.
Crazy.
No, I
I'm
think
with
about it
Dana.
all the time. It's awesome.
It's fucked.
We're in the outer arm of the Milky Way, and you know what's in the center of the Milky Way?
What's that?
A black hole.
Yeah, black holes are scary.
Black hole versus hurricanes.
I'm not even trying to be dumb either.
we know.
Freaks me the fuck out.
Bro, yeah.
You never.
The
have to
Pluto
try to be
thing,
dumb.
I know you. Nick had a disappointed look on his face.
No,
Like,
no, I laughed.
What is past Pluto? Like, what planet is past Pluto?
Well, Pluto's
the
not a
closest
planet.
one.
Infinite amount.
Yeah,
There's other planets?
infinitesimal amount. Like,
Come on, I even knew that. Shut the fuck up.
No,
man.
but
Shut
besides the ones we know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like all over the place.
We should run back the Mean Boys
Oh
podcast.
my fucking god! Seriously,
Well, space is foreign to me.
They
I
had
don't-
something.
I'm not-
They were onto something because me and you had one of these clips go pretty viral once when we were talking about I don't even know what JFK getting assassinated or some shit.
Yeah.
They were onto something. It gets great fucking interaction.
He got smoked. But I believe dinosaurs are real, you know?
yeah,
That one I believe.
you don't though.
I do.
But you don't believe that a meteor killed them. You just believe they ran away one day.
The meteors are.
Well, why do you think dinosaurs are gone though? Was the question?
I don't know.
How does anyone know? If
Nobody
no one
knows.
was
So
alive.
they found a massive crater that lines up.
Never
Like,
happened again, or
like, the carbon dating shit to me has never added up. Like, how do you find
Guys,
bones?
the Earth has been here for how many years? Millions and millions.
Billion?
Billions.
Our lifespan is not going to line up, or even
That-
the time
that part
humans
also.
have been on Earth.
Yeah.
That
It's
part
such a
also
tiny,
makes no
tiny
sense.
percentage of how long the Earth
Irrelevance.
has been here.
What
Yeah.
were we doing for all those years? That's what freaks me out.
With the dinosaurs?
No, what were you and I?
Universe is
Where
14
were
billion.
we
I fucked that up.
for
Nothing.
billions of years?
Nothing.
Where were we?
What do you mean? You didn't fucking
You weren't born.
Yeah. What? How does it? We just pop up in 2000?
Yes.
So when a man loves a woman,
That one.
Or when a man loves a man behind a
I
bar
get
in a
it.
marsh.
Are you saying like we were insects before?
Did we? I don't know. It's fucking freaky.
Yeah,
Where were we?
You guys
or what happens when you're gone?
All right, stop. Come on.
I know it's scary to
I
think
think
about.
you're just chilling.
Can we stop?
Just chilling.
Let's get on with the
I
bracket.
think there's other things to do.
Hurricane versus black hole. Stephen Cheah.
I don't really care that much about black holes. Let's go with hurricane.
Hurricane. KB.
Hurricanes.
Hurricane for sure. You guys were pretty inland though. Like, were you, besides Katrina, ever really fucked up by a hurricane?
I just think it's. I mean, I'm closer to hurricanes than black holes.
Fair point. Nick?
I just black holes are too complex for me to understand.
Yeah, I just
try
know
not.
that we can like learn, travel through time one day because
Interstellar?
Of black holes.
Yes.
That's real, right?
Yeah,
So you're gonna go for hurricane as well?
yeah. Just because I can't just wrap my head around black holes. As soon as people start talking about it, I zone out.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Fair.
I think it's
Marty?
self-defense.
Hurricane. I agree with you, Nick. It's just there's. It's what is it? Just
Yeah.
throw something in there. You can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
I got to puke fast.
Dana.
Hurricanes.
Hurricane.
Hurricanes, yeah.
Hurricane.
Hurricane Sandy was such a drag.
Yeah, that sucked. My whole house
10
got
days.
flooded
I think I
out.
had no power for 10 days.
Jesus. Before we get into the playoffs, let's hear from Ibotta. We talk about Ibotta all the time. It's officially soup season. Make sure you get all the ingredients you need to master your recipe while getting cash back on your purchases with Ibotta. Ibotta is a free app that lets you get the most cash back every time you shop on hundreds of items from groceries to beauty supplies to toys. So when you make sure that you're beating inflation no matter what you're purchasing, the average user saves $145 per year. That can cover the cost of an entire shopping trip, buy that flight you've been eyeing, or that game you want to go to, or the fancy dinner you've been craving. And while other apps give you points that don't amount to much, with Ibotta, you just add your offers to the app, upload your receipt, and get real cash that you can cash out into your bank account with PayPal or gift cards. Join over 50 million savers that earn cash back every time when you shop from over 2,700 brands and retailers, including Lowe's, Macy's, Sephora, Best Buy, and more. Right now, Ibotta is offering our listeners $5 just for trying Ibotta using the code BRACKET when you register. Just go to the App Store or Google Play Store and download the free Ibotta app. Start earning cash back with code BRACKET. That's Ibotta, IBOTTA, in the Google Play or App Store and use code BRACKET. Thanks to Ibotta. Okay, next matchup, or first matchup of the playoffs, rather, volcanoes versus earthquakes. It's like almost like a disaster movie matchup. I kind of like it. Since they're out in the bathroom, I'll start with you, Stephen Cheah. Earthquake versus volcano.
I guess earthquake, just because like it can kind of happen anywhere. Like certainly there are all like the San Andreas Faults or California, that type of stuff. But like yeah, like Tommy was saying, like even in 2013 or 2011, whatever it was, we got an earthquake in New York City. So I think earthquakes, just because they're a little more wide ranging.
Wide-ranging earthquakes. Earthquakes can also affect volcanoes. It's a big thing.
True.
KB.
Volcanoes, strictly because of the Yellowstone one.
The Yellowstone one fucks me up. Every time I watch a documentary on it, there's something it's scary. Nick.
Yep. Don't like being on that just waiting game. I don't like living on a time bomb. So I'm going volcano.
Do you guys ever watch like Volcano or Dante's Peak?
Yeah.
Yes.
Those came out the same year, didn't they?
Yeah, they're twin movies. There's one scene, I forget which movie it's in, but when the guy's like trying to throw the kid onto the like subway
Boat?
car.
Oh.
Do you remember talking about? And he's like melting because he's on the volcano trying to save the kid. He's in the lava trying to save the kid.
Yeah, he's taking him across a boat, right? Or like he's on a
Something
boat
like that.
through a river. My 4th grade birthday party, Dante's Peak.
You watched Dante's Peak?
Yep.
Yeah.
Were the kids scared?
I feel like
Dante's Peak playing in front of
PG or
Gronkowski.
maybe PG-13, but like adults is a disaster movie.
So Nick's going for Volcano.
Volcano.
Volcano versus Earthquake.
Volcano for sure. Yeah.
Volcano's
freaky,
gonna
man.
win. So don't no need for Tommy's vote. Next up, we have the tsunami versus lightning. After all that discussion earlier, Dana.
Yeah, Lightning is putting up a good fight, but it's Tsunami. It's the reason it's the 1 seed. I have like nightmares thinking about that. A big fucking tidal wave coming at me. and there's just nothing you can do. That scares the shit out of me. So it's got to be tsunami.
It's tsunami. I just saw a video of water smashing into a restaurant. The Scariest.
That's what we were talking about before.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Tsunami.
Tsunami, Nick? Versus the lightning?
Yeah. It's got to be tsunami here. Way more destructive.
Way more destructive.
Tsunami.
Tsunami, Cheah.
Tsunami.
Tsunami versus volcanoes to get into the finals. Cheah.
Nami, Su. Tsunami.
Very nice.
That's
Yeah.
got to be somebody's name, right? Susan Nami.
Yeah.
Susan Nami?
I'm
Gotta
sure
be.
it's gotta be someone's name.
One for Tsunami.
That's a good point.
KB.
Susan Nami.
Tsunami versus
Volcano.
Volcano.
I'll go tsunami for the livelihoods of other people.
Fair. Nick?
Lava's hotter. That would hurt worse. Volcano.
Volcano?
Tsunami.
Pompeii's
'cause-
scary as well.
Tsunami. Yeah.
Pompeii's
Tsunami
creepy.
because it's
tsunami.
the force of it. You
She
follow?
changed her name. That's like a... I don't want to say anything. She changed her name to be Tsunami.
The tsunami it's a force. It's also with drowning, and it's hitting into it's all in one. Because
Yeah.
lava, it's just like that hurts.
Yeah.
You know, but with tsunami, you got 6 different things coming at you.
You ever see that picture of the guy in Pompeii that died jerking off?
Yeah, I love that guy.
No.
Yeah. He's like frozen into like a volcano mummy, and he's like this, like...
So I learned that like they were covered in ash and died, right? Then the ash hardened, and then they filled the ash with like concrete.
What do you... Oh, so it would stay stable?
So like they would, when the ash went away, like and the bodies decomposed, it would still be there. Is that true?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Did that guy
Yeah.
never get to nut?
I don't think he got to nut.
Take a look at this
But
guy.
I like where his head was at, where like he saw this ash cloud come, and he was just like,
That's 1,000% what
One
I would
last
be
nut.
caught like.
Yep.
That would be me.
I mean, this has nothing to do with it. But you ever seen the picture of Fabio having bird blood all
Yes,
over him?
after
on
the roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
He crushed that thing.
He smoked it.
It's so
He
funny.
Randy Johnson did with his
Yeah.
fucking face.
But Fabio's definitely active on here too. Dana?
Tsunami.
Tsunami versus Volcano to go into the finals.
Going to the finals.
Yeah, you missed some.
God, that was a. I pulled
A
the
long
healthy
shit.
debate for like 2 minutes. Tsunami versus volcano.
Volcano. Tsunami's gonna move on anyway. Before we get to the other side of the playoffs, let's hear from BetterHelp. Second to last sponsor there. You guys are gonna be very interested with the last one. BetterHelp. The bracket is sponsored by BetterHelp. Around New Year's, we all get obsessed with how to change ourselves instead of just expanding on what we're already doing right. Maybe you finally organize one part of your space and you want to tackle another, or maybe you're taking supplements every morning and now you want to actually eat breakfast too. Therapy helps you find your strengths so that you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that stick. We talk about this with BetterHelp all the time. I used it over COVID, so I didn't have to physically go to my doctor's office. It was awesome. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched up with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Celebrate the progress that you've already made. Visit BetterHelp.com/lights today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/lights. Okay, other side of the bracket. Quicksand versus the brain-eating amoeba, Tommy Smokes.
Brain-eating amoeba, easily. I mean, I didn't know about that before today. That seems absolutely horrifying. Also seems like something you can encounter more easily than quicksand. Apparently, quicksand's not even that deadly.
Apparently very easy to get out of, which is very disappointing. Dana?
Amoeba.
Amoeba?
Yep. That's a nightmare.
Amoeba? KB?
Amoeba.
Amoeba?
I'm gonna say quicksand still, but it doesn't matter.
Amoeba's going to move on. On the other side, Hurricane versus Meteor. Stephen Cheah.
Hurricane.
Hurricane. One for Hurricane. KB?
Yep, hurricane.
Another for Hurricane. Marty?
Hurricane versus what?
Meteor.
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
I'm a meteor guy. That shit's, I don't know, everything in space just freaks me the fuck out.
We know.
I know.
I would have went meteor too.
You would on Meteor too? With no Nicky, I'll vote for Meteor.
Oh, now he's back.
Nick, let Nick tie break. Meteor versus Hurricane.
Hey guys.
Meteor versus hurricane. You're tie breaking.
I'm tie breaking, huh?
Yeah.
Hurricane.
Hurricane. Oh damn. Hurricane versus
Space is too big to worry about meteors.
So hurricane versus brain-eating amoeba to go into the finals. Tommy Smokes.
I think I gotta go brain-eating amoeba. I
Can't get out of your
Hurricane is just like, I mean, they're awful, but like it almost seems like such the basic natural disaster.
It
which
is.
I guess, yeah,
For sure.
It is the basic bitches of
right,
natural
of natural
disasters.
disasters. Whereas like, you know, a brain-eating amoeba, at least with a hurricane, there's a warning usually. You know,
There's also been a lot of misses on hurricanes that
a
we
lot of misses.
Yeah.
Brain-eating amoeba, 100% kill rate. These things,
Dude, it's crazy.
they don't miss.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that.
Amoeba. Dana B.
Amoeba.
Same.
What kind of hat does
And
Kyle
a
have
blowout.
It's a beanie, no?
on? Oh,
It's a beanie.
I was picturing like, you know what, like babies wear, like, you know, Marlon.
It kinda does the
like
way it's
Marlon
wearing it.
Wayne's.
It
I don't know
Wayne's
why.
Big Mama's
I
house.
understand
Yeah.
what you're saying with Marlon Wayne's.
Marlon
Yes.
Wayne's in when he plays the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the baby.
Is it called the baby?
No.
Is it?
No.
It's something like
Little
it's-
man.
Little man.
Little man. Yeah, that's
Man.
exactly what you look
Wait, can you
like.
turn the logo away and put it in you,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
look like
no,
a baby.
you gotta hide. The top of your thing wasn't even being shown,
Yeah.
so it was like,
Yeah.
You look like a fucking baby.
Look like a
That's so-
baby. Oh shit.
that's really funny. Amoeba, Nick.
It's amoeba, for sure.
Amoeba, KB.
At least other people are dying with me with the hurricane.
Yeah, dude. Hurricane. You guys can get pulverized by one.
Yeah.
Lives ruined. Homes ruined.
Yeah, but at least
Steven.
you don't have your brain melting out of your fucking nostril.
I'm not okay. Yeah. But that's like a realistic thing that can happen to you guys soon.
Yes. Cheah.
Hurricanes are no joke. Hurricanes are what brought the flood onto my house. We had to deal with the construction general contractor named Frank. Good dude. I talked to this guy every day for like 7 months. Give me the brain-eating disease or amoeba.
Amoeba.
Just so you don't
Frank.
talk to Frank anymore.
Shout out to Frank. No,
Why'd you have to dead name him? Or whatever you had to name Frank?
He called me a couple months ago because there was another flood in the town that I lived in. It's like, you okay?
So nice.
Good dude. He's a good dude. I like him.
All right. Last sponsor of the day. This is an interesting one. Shout out to Peacock. Peacock giving us an ad for
I
Ted.
was literally just saying the Peacock is, I think, my favorite streaming service.
And
Wait, what's the ad?
for Ted the
I
series?
just finished it.
How would you think?
I loved it.
That's great. See, here we go. Ted is the prequel to
Hell
Ted
yeah,
and Ted 2.
Peacock.
Set in 1993. I think at least two. You were 94, right?
94.
I'm 93. You're what, 92?
92.
We're all around the same. Ted is set in 1993. Ted the Bear's moment of fame has passed, leaving him with his best friend, 16-year-old John Bennett, who lives in working-class Boston with his parents and cousin. Ted might not be the best influence on John, but when it comes right down to it, Ted's willing to go out on a limb and help his friend and family. All episodes are streaming exclusively on Peacock as of the 11th. This is an event series. You were just talking about it. Robbie Fox has been talking about it. You had nothing great things to say about it. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone I've heard that's seen
Good
it
show.
absolutely loved it.
Well, it's Seth
MacFarlane is really fucking funny.
He knows what he's doing.
And Peacock, I mean, I haven't watched Ted yet, but it's on my list. I've been binging 30 Rock on there.
Oh yeah. I keep hearing about that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty well known.
Maybe I'll get on Peacock and watch it.
Peacock's the best.
It's a great streaming service.
Yeah. And Ted, I mean, especially
Pretty cheap too, I think.
Yeah.
It took me far too long to figure out that it was NBC.
And the first Ted is
That's pathetic.
it's fucking Peacock.
I know. It took me far too long.
But the first Ted specifically, I remember that is, I think, the hardest I'd laughed in middle school or high school when that came out. It is so goddamn good. It is hysterical, and obviously, same minds behind it, Seth MacFarlane, all these people, a bunch of different other actors that we like, including the guy who voices Steve in American Dad, who's Scott Grimes. But yeah, a couple other people too as well. So again, it's on Peacock. It's all the episodes right now. Make sure to go check it out. Big fans over here. Okay, last matchup. We got the Tsunami versus the Brain-Eating Amoeba.
Ooh.
Tommy Smokes, an interesting one. What are you more scared of?
Heavy hitter.
Heavy hitter here. I think just based on, I don't know. Dying in a tsunami would really suck. Not that that's a hot take, but it like you said, there's like such a little chance of getting that in New York. The idea that I could just be in a fucking pond, or like Nick said, they were in just a boat thing.
You're in a fan boat, right?
Yeah.
Down in the bayou or something,
Yeah.
and just get fleshy like accidentally.
Dude, Ben Mintz
I gotta
definitely
go with
had
that.
Ben Mintz had
that
multiple of
would
these, and
explain
they've all
everything.
died of starvation.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe he might have like a few.
Yeah, and they all withered and died. They had nothing.
But
to
they're
eat.
all like, oh, there's nothing here to
Yeah.
feast on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the brain-eating amoeba.
One for the brain-eating amoeba, Dana B.
Tsunami.
One for the tsunami,
Susan Nami.
Susan Nami. Nick,
I gotta go amoeba.
2-2. KB,
Yeah, tsunami.
3 for tsunami, 2 for the brain-eating amoeba. Steve Cheah,
Tsunami.
Tsunami's the big winner of the bracket
That's
episode 111.
Bias there
What?
from Jay.
The big winner of episode 111, things that scare us the most in nature, tsunami. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back next week with a new topic. And thank you, boys. You got to get you boys on more often. I
Yeah,
love it.
definitely.
Love
Yeah.
it. Let's
We
do
gotta
it.
let you just-
Marty's on every episode.
Yeah, Marty's always on.
But the combo of you two is always a blast. And I feel like we
He
just need to
gets
get you two
my
talking.
stupidness going
Yeah,
more
yeah,
than
yeah.
I like it. but
Yeah,
I like it.
We need to just get you guys talking about anything. We just need to have a space podcast with you two.
I
We've
can't.
had- we've had
I
that-
literally.
We've had that conversation
out.
far too many times. It gets worse and worse.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.